Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business.
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools. We help them implement, I love to leave the inherited lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hitting my 6-figure income and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car.
Wow.
I nearly lost it all.
Wow.
When I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it. If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that? Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Rose.
Hey everyone, it's Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series, where I help you to build a 5-star brand that people will follow. My genius is personal brand development through intelligent communication and helping you achieve your business and career goals. I am a requested speaker on digital technology and brand development issues. I want to work with you to increase the value of your current opportunities while attracting new ones. Every one of you is unique, and we all share challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. As a super connector, I work with you as an executive coach to guide you along the complicated business and career development road, providing the enhancement tools and information you need to succeed. Together, I will help you succeed in today's challenging business climate. I will evaluate and measure your progress. Best of all, I am right alongside you every step of the way. Build the brand called you. Genius is coming.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak in English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you've come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start boxing today.
Hi, I'm Barbara Smith. Genius is common. My genius is executive coaching and professional corporate training. As the master executive coach and corporate training ambassador for the Genius is Common movement, I help business owners craft their stories in such a way that you know exactly what they do, what they have, and what they bring to the table. Many times as business owners, we are asked, so what do you do for a living? And we could be crushing in our businesses, but we're not quite sure exactly what to say in a short amount of time. Well, I help you take those stories that are the reason why you're in business and why you're so passionate about your business and craft them in such a way that people are drawn to you, as opposed to being repelled by you. Because every conversation, every time you talk to someone about your business, you are excited about it. But are you really conveying what you do, what you have, and what you bring to the table? And do really people understand why you care so much and why they should care that you have the solution to their problem? Well, I'm here to help you with that. As a master storyteller, I can help you with your stories and spin them in such a way that they are intriguing and fascinating. People want to listen to you talk about your business. That's why at the Genius is Common movement, I am the master executive coach and professional training ambassador. That's my genius. And genius? Oh yeah, it's common.
Over the past few years, we've seen the growth of existing and new initiatives focused on financial inclusion, building global networks, and reducing the wealth gap in response to the idea there's not enough seats at the table. Whether their outcomes are to increase the representation of Black executives on corporate boards, ensure an inclusive global economy, or to create new U.S. African commercial pathways, the strategies are often carried out by separate programs. The question is, should they be? With the continent of Africa being home to more than half of the world's fastest growing economies, the youngest workforce, over 400 companies generating more than $1 billion annually, 700 generating more than $500 million annually that are poised for growth, and being the destination of nearly $5 billion in venture capital in 2021. Diversifying U.S. and Africa commercial engagement by building bridges between African businesses and their U.S. diaspora should begin being seen as mutually beneficial. From helping to reduce Africa's enormous capital gap to catalyzing two-way trade opportunities, the COVID-19 global pandemic hopefully has taught us that global challenges and opportunities are more interconnected than we thought. During the pandemic, African companies like Unicorn Flutterwave, insurance provider Reliance Health, ride-hailing app Yasir, and 54Gene, the continent's first bank of DNA on people of African descent, proved that when African companies have access to networks, capital, and information, they grow big, grow fast, and create solutions that are valuable to the world. This is why Be Direct was created. We are the first U.S.-based but African-centric board preparedness and board search company designed to connect U.S. Black talent and corporations to African businesses. Unique and fundamental to Be Direct's success is our process of helping board candidates adapt their experience and networks to an African context before they're connected to high-growth companies that are looking to locally and globally scale. From our focus groups with African business execs and government leaders, we don't ignore the sentiment that business is easy, but people are hard. Having a pool of board candidates with hard-to-access networks and extensive experience across the business life cycle, including successfully raising capital, is table stakes for an initiative like this. So yes, we have that. But corporate or entrepreneurial success in the U.S. does not guarantee success in Africa. Developed alongside industry partners on the continent, our training program, Be Direct Prep, is designed to transpose their experience to create cultural comfort, understanding, and a commitment to helping businesses in Africa scale. Our board governance sessions are African continental and country specific, integrated with cultural awareness and dexterity training, masterclasses led by African industry execs, and mentoring coaching from African continental-based facilitators. But even more unique to Be Direct Prep, we cap off our training program with an immersion trip to help candidates that have not been to Africa before see and feel Africa's complexity and opportunity from African soil. We all know traditional network-based board placement has historically left a lot of us out of ever really being in the paid board pipeline. Our strategy supports the work of many great organizations that are successfully filling seats at U.S. board tables by creating more tables for those that are still left on the sideline. It's time to start seeing the role and value of U.S. Black talent and businesses on the continent of Africa differently. Old perceptions and habits limit economic inclusion. Let's transition Black talent and the African businesses they will support from the periphery of the global economy to its core. Living in a global lockdown, we all know now how fast local and global economies can change, and see the value of having businesses that hire, strengthen local value chains, and even grow globally. Status quo in any form holds back progress. We must democratize U.S.-Africa commercial engagement by socially and economically connecting cultures that have long been disconnected. It's time for Africa's U.S. diaspora to redefine their global value by helping African businesses scale continentally and globally.
I'm Ramon Ray, founder of Smart Hustle Magazine and smallbiztechnology.com.
You're here today to celebrate small business success. Stand up on your feet. You rocked the house. It was amazing. Didn't we learn? For me, success comes from failure. One thing not to do is shake somebody's hand like this.
What if you could build your own city?
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Carrie Jackson, and I'm your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, California, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge and to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our next speaker, Dr. Tanya T. Wise, is a talented motivational professional for over 30 years. She has provided goal setting, business planning, building management, counseling, strategic decision-making advice, help support tips, assistance, and guidance to celebrities, community leaders, businesses, organizations, and families. Everyone's economic and life situation is unique, and Dr. Wise delivers personalized service essential when matching clients with the right products and services. A champion of personal and financial empowerment and advocacy for women over the 3 decades, Dr. Tanya has become a leading authority in the areas of financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and money management. She trains individuals, business owners, and entrepreneurs worldwide and teaches them to identify their financial goals, develop strategies, and overcome obstacles so that they can live their best life and leave an inheritance. A serial entrepreneur, inspiring leader, and teacher who has the magnetic personality complemented by a loving spirit, I present to you Dream to Reality Coach, Dr. Tanya T. Wise.
Hi, Carrie. Thank you for having me this afternoon.
Thank you for being here. Well, genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Have you ever just wanted a better life than where you are? Maybe you've landed that perfect 9 to 5. Maybe you've even started your business. I know many of us wanted to be in business, but may not know how to go about business. Or either you're in business, but yet you haven't learned how to scale that business. And oftentimes when we haven't learned how to scale our business, we stay in the entrepreneur state. Now, some of us have been taught to call ourselves entrepreneurs, but what exactly is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is the entry level in which we start our business, but it is nowhere for us CEOs to continue to maintain. So today I want to bring you some principles. The first principle I want to teach you is thinking about where you are right now and where would you like to be. See, what I know is that the number one addiction faced in Black entrepreneurs is our addiction to our labor as our primary mechanism in which we generate revenue. So if you're that person that you're still doing every single thing. See, when we first start a business, we're wearing all the hats. You're the marketing person, you're the accountant, you're the VA, you're the CEO, you're also the advertising person, and you're the networker. And so if you think about that, being in an entry level position means you're doing all those things. But as soon as you start to generate any type of income, there's 2 things that we need to do. The very first thing we need to do is hire an assistant. Now, in today's world, an assistant is a VA, which is normally stands for virtual assistant. But however, we also need to do something else. We need to see the end in mind. What does the end look like for you? Because many of us will start to work. And so I'm going to take me for instance. When I first got started, I was very good at telling other people what to do. How many of you can relate that you're good at bossing other people, right? And so what is bossing other people? That means you're great at leadership. That's all that means, right? But we put a title to that, and now we call it management or executive manager, or we call it a CEO. But who's the first person you are managing? Is yourself. How much self-discipline do you have? And many of us have self-discipline, but we don't always manage it the right way in the right areas. And so I'm going to talk to you about that as well. But one of the major things that I want to talk to you about is going from entrepreneur to business ownership. Hi, my name is Dr. Tanya T. Wise. I am the CEO and founder of All New Beginning, which houses wise-minded money women. It also houses Wow Women of Wealth Entrepreneur Network. And the reason that we birthed out Women of Network is because we don't always know our network. We know that we're worth something. We know that we're powerful. We know that we have a vision, but we may not always know how to launch that vision, or who's the right people to connect with, or how to launch once we have a product. And so one of the things that I realized is that I was very good at working. I thought I was going to be a millionaire just working my traditional 9-to-5s. And then as a decade went by, I realized that, you know what, I need to start a business. So I've started a series of businesses, because you may be asking, why am I qualified to help coach you, or maybe consult you, or even mentor you? Well, I've done dump trucks, tow trucks, assistant livings, hair salons, nail tech, med tech, eyelash infusionist, medical billing, real estate, and notary, alongside of working a full-time job. Now, the reason that I still worked a full-time job for all those decades was because it was a crutch. And I was unaware that it was a crutch. It was a guarantee that I was going to get a check every 2 weeks. It was guaranteed that I was going to be able to pay my bills from those checks. But the moment that I had adversity hit my household, the moment that different things start to challenge my finances, I realized that I needed to steer my focus more onto my businesses. Why? Because have you ever noticed when you go to a job and let's just say your hot water heater goes out or your engine goes out in your car? Can you go to your job and ask for more hours? Can you go to your clients and get more clients? How would you get yourself out of a major ordeal like that? And so what I realized, as statistics show, that the average person has less than $1,000 in their emergency fund. So when those major emergency comes, guess what? That means that now we have to get in debt. We have to swipe a credit card, which is borrow funds, or we have to traditionally borrow the funds, finding someone in our network that we can borrow that money from. And if you come from a community that I come from, there are few in between. And once you borrow, you almost can't go back there because everybody don't always pay back. So what I want to help you with is also understanding business credit is a good thing to have so that you can have that credit in your LLC versus in your personal name, in your personal credit history. Because as time goes on, if you're just using your personal credit, then that becomes tapped out when you want to do something for your household. So I like to back everything up that I'm talking about. So for many, many years, I always had a great credit score. Credit was not my thing. Very good in finance. So debt was not my thing. And debt became a fun game. Like I would get in it and out of it. I found myself divorced, $75,000 in debt, and sitting on somebody's couch. That's right, sitting on somebody's couch, because what transpired, because how many of you ever know that when it's raining, it's pouring, right? We always say when it rains, it pours. But what does that really mean? That means that we have a bunch of adversity coming on at one specific time. It doesn't happen one right after the other. It's like everything comes piling down at one single time. And so I was not averse to that. I had adversity coming at every single area of my life all at one time. And some of it is not even normal because it's not things that everyday people will go through. When it comes to paying bills, that's every day. When it comes to actually having health or illness, that's every day. But what I'm talking to you right now, my pivoting time in my life was when I lost my son. That's right. I lost a 27-year-old. He was my firstborn and he was my only son. And when I lost him, I emotionally came detached from working a traditional 9-to-5. So had I not been introduced to business, Had I not been introduced to starting as an entrepreneur, I would have never probably survived to be where I am today. And so what I'm asking you is, what do you have in place if you had a financial catastrophe? What do you have in place if you have to immediately start taking care of a loved one, maybe a parent or spouse or even a child? Or what do you have in place if your own health starts to decrease? What do you have in place? See, remember that we're talking about our addiction to our labor. If you can no longer do what it is that you're doing, how long would you be able to live the life that you're living? Would it be 30 minutes? Would it be 30 days? Or would it be 30 years? See, when I lost my son and I became emotionally detached from a 9 to 5, I don't know any job that would keep me if I had to call in sick at least once or twice a week. If I'm at work, but I'm not producing at my full potential. If I'm at work and I have to leave abruptly, or if I didn't even make it to work at all, what job would keep me? So I had to become the best version of Tanya. And yes, I said Tanya. Why? Because doctor was not in the front of it. That was something I did after I activated my full potential. So I know you're saying, Dr. T, how do I activate my full potential? The number one way is to find something that you really traditionally really want. And I'm going to introduce to you AID, an aspiration, an inspiration, or desperation. Aspiration is simply something that you want to do, something that you feel inside of you that you want to help other people with. And then inspiration is what the action to take your aspiration. The inspiration is you're inspired to really get this done. But guess what? 85% of people never respond to aspiration or inspiration. They only respond when desperation is introduced. So as I explained to you my life, I told you that you know what? I didn't really tell you, right? But I was blooming and blossoming at the highest height of life. I was living in my dream house. And before this, I wasn't living with my dream guy, but I was living with a guy that I had said I do too. And I was driving my dream cars, traveling around the world. But it wasn't until tragedy hit my house that desperation introduced itself. And that's when I found myself divorced, $75,000 in debt, and lost my firstborn and my only son. That's when desperation allowed me to click into my full potential, to really start understanding my passion and my purpose. And many of you may be stuck right now trying to figure out, well, what is my purpose? Or you understand your purpose, but passion is missing. Or you have a passion for something, but it's not connected to a purpose. When you are in something that's not connected to your purpose, can I just tell you, it will not last. Purpose and passion are not the same thing. But when you connect the purpose with your passion, guess what? Profit is inedible. So what I want to talk to you about is introducing your purpose to your passion so you can have a profit. And that comes from having a business makeover. So at All New Beginnings, we help you press that restart button. We help you introduce yourself to the new you. So I have one question for you. If you could go back in time 10 years ago, what would you tell your 10-year-old self? What would you tell yourself to do? And I'm sure many people, from as many times as I ask this question, is they say I would have dreamed bigger. They say that I would have saved more money. They say that I would have probably gotten a mentor or even a coach. See, have you noticed that the famous people in life have coaches? Your Michael Jordans, your Kobe Bryants, your Serena Williams, your Obama Barack, your Michelle Obama. All of them have mentors. All of them have coaches. Have you noticed that we have it for some of the other things in life, like cheerleading, like football, basketball, soccer, but yet in real life, we don't hire a coach. But we expect to get to a whole nother level. Now, I've read somewhere that if you keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result is what? Insanity. So today I want to help you get off of the insanity road and get on the destined road. Get on your purpose and your passion road so that you can see life at the highest heights. One of the ways that you can do that is implementing self-discipline. So what I want to talk to you about is D plus D equals D. If you can dream it, then we can help you design it. And once it's designed, now you can start dominating. See, most of the time we dream it and then we forget the dream. Remember when you were 10 and you had this big high hope of who you were going to be when you became an adult? And you were invincible. You might even have had a cape that you put around and ran across your parents' house screaming that this is who you are. But then something happened and you forgot about that dream. You forgot about that aspiration and you never activated the inspiration. But let me come and tell you that maybe you're in a desperate situation right now. Maybe you are still working a full-time job and you started a business, but yet you're still living paycheck to paycheck. If that's you, then I'm talking to you right now. Maybe you have an idea, but you don't have the confidence to believe in that people are waiting on you and they need exactly what it is that you're talking about. Then this is just for you. Maybe you have all the confidence in the world, but you're the best kept secret. No one knows about you. You don't post on social media. You're still only using word of mouth, or you use old traditions that no longer serve you. Then this is for you. So one of the major things that I love about going from entrepreneur to business ownership is when you sit down and you do your personal audit. When you look inside of yourself and see what you're good at, but you have a sounding board of someone that's listening, someone that can see your blind spots. You ever been driving in your car? And I know back in the day, our cars didn't have all these fancy alarms. And maybe if you're driving something less than the 2000 model, you may not know this exists. But in my car, if I get too close to another car, guess what? An alarm goes off and it starts to beep that I'm too close. Or if a car is in my blind spot and I get ready to go swerve to the left, there's a yellow light, and yellow means what? Caution. That alarms and shows me that something is in my blind spot. Or maybe if you were just going to the right and that yellow light starts to blink again, you know that something is in your blind spot. So what I want to teach you today is that what we come and do is help you identify your blind spots, but we're your yellow light to let you know, to caution that something's in your blind spot. Something that you're missing, that you don't see, that's not going to allow your business to be scaled to 6 figures and beyond. And yes, I am well aware there are so many coaches out here that will tell you they can help you to 6 figures. And they might very well help you to 6 figures. That's not the song that I'm singing. We want to help you scale well beyond 6 figures. How do you scale well beyond 6 figures? And I want you to hit in that chat like if you're one of those people that want to hit 6 figures and beyond. Maybe you have been introduced, maybe you even had a little taste of what 6 figures look like or felt like, but were you able to maintain it? And were you able to scale it up to 7, 8, 9? No, majority business owners don't get to do that. But we have a turnkey system that will help you set the foundation so you can continue to scale your business. You'll have the tools and the resources. Do your business need CPR? Is it time for us to do some chest compressions on your business? Or maybe you need some processes in place so that you don't have to continue to do everything. So you don't have to be addicted to your labor. Or maybe they are. Maybe you need some resources that will allow you to connect the dots with other people, other business owners, maybe other systems, or maybe other tools is what you need in this timing to scale your business. You don't have to do everything yourself. I know some of us are afraid to be on camera. Some of us don't know the words to say when we're on camera. And some of us are scared. But we have so many tools and resources out here. You have AI that will write the script for you. You have avatars that will then look like you, talk like you, that will say the words right for you. You just have to be positioned with the right people that can help you implement this and show you how to put the structure in. Because everything might make you some money, but one-time sale will make you one-time rich. And so what I want to talk to you about is not being a one-time solution, not being an entrepreneur all your life, but transitioning into being an actual business owner. Wouldn't you like to own a business that other people are really working for you? Well, that's where we come in with PPSA. First come the principle. What principles are you standing on that people need exactly what you're offering? And sometimes that principle could be a problem. What problem are you solving? The second P is the process. Well, what tools are you going to use? What process can you implement and put in place to utilize those principles? And then the strategy. The strategy comes to help you with the process. See, many of us would think that processes and strategies are inexchangeable, but you need both to really start to elevate your life. And then you need action. Action comes accountability partner. You need someone that's going to help you implement the things that you need to implement so you can receive the results that you really want to receive. So what actions can you take today to make sure that you're going to accomplish the very thing that you said you wanted to accomplish? Starting that business. Maybe accomplishment for you means my date that I'm going to leave my 9 to 5. How many of you are still working 40 hours plus a week to get a paycheck? How many of you are still waiting for a raise? Well, how would you like to learn how to give yourself a raise instantaneously? How would you like to be able to write a check that you get to write the dollar sign on? How would you like to have a process that's automated for you, where you didn't have to be an octopus and ask yourself, can I grow more hands? The last time I checked, if you're human, you only have 2 hands. So how can you continue to do all those things? How can you wear multi hats on a continuous day all the time? It's impossible. We can't. Some of those hats we have to take off. But having someone to help us know which hat to take off and when to take it off. How do you give away some of the responsibility? Because that's one of the number one ways to buy back your time. How would you like to buy back your time? How would you like to start doing some of the things you wanted to do? Maybe learn how to do tennis, or learn how to play golf, or learn to ride a motorcycle, or maybe you just want to travel. What hobby do you want to do more of? Or what is some things on your bucket list that you want to check off the box? That's what we want to help you do. But there's no way you can do it if, number one, you haven't decided that that's what you want. Some people is what I call lip service. We just talking the game that we want to start a business. We're just talking that we want to educate people. We're just talking that we want to have a talk show or a network or a community. But if you're a person that is tired of talking and you're ready to do, then that's what we're offering to you today. We're starting a whole new segment. And I had to relaunch this. I had to rebirth it. I had to rebuild it because I went through some adversity that I know that if most people that went through what I went through when I lost my child, they wouldn't be on here talking to you today. But I know my purpose, and I allowed it to meet my passion. And the profit has been the greatest reward, not just monetary, but also spiritually, physically, and most importantly, mentally. The peace of mind is what you got to be willing not to sacrifice to get where you want to go in life. So I just want to encourage you that if nothing else, get the course. If you can't do a coach right now, at least on the sound of my voice, I want you to text right now, plan the 301-900-6996. And I'm going to give you step by step that what helped me start to make six figures over and over again, year after year, have my highest income month within a 45-day period of span to be able to make over $35,000. If you take on this course, if you take on the challenge, if you even take my quiz, you're going to know a lot more about yourself to be able to implement the discipline that you need to start living your full potential right now. The number one problem to Black entrepreneur is our addiction to our labor as our primary mechanism in which we generate income. If you want to change that, you want to be able to understand who to hire and when to hire, you'll start showing up every day as a student. You start thinking it, you start doing it, and most importantly, you'll start to finish it. The more things that you finish, you will start to see what we call ROF, return on finish. It cannot return to you voided, anything that you finish, but anything that you leave undone will come back as a void. Because we're not finishing things. We're starting and stopping and starting and stopping and keep starting and restarting. How many times are you going to hit that reset button? How many times are you going to restart? There's no perfect thing. Think about Apple. How many upgrades have Apple had? And I'm sure many of you are watching today on an Apple product, whether it's an Apple phone, Apple TV, or even an Apple iPad or Apple iPod. I'm sure if you're listening, you're probably on some type of Apple product. And even if you're not on an Apple product and you're on an Android product, Android also has upgrades. You hear recalls when it comes to your vehicle. What if they held up the vehicle in production until it was perfect? We'd still be on foot. And so don't hold your program. Don't hold that business back. Don't hold that course. Don't hold that coaching cohort. Go out here and do it. Go out here and launch. And what I like to say is launch ugly. Don't go out for perfection, but go out for performance. Go out to get a greater group of people that need what you want. Trust and believe that they want you just as bad as you want them. They need what you have just as bad as you need them to want what you have. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Powerful people ask powerful questions. Who do you see that have what you want? Follow them. Sign up for their courses and make sure that you start to do what it is that they're telling you to do. When you do that, you will start to see the life that you want to have. But it starts with you wanting to have the life. When is the last time you wrote down your goals and your dreams? When is the last time you decided, you know what, I am going to go for this. I do want this. These are things that I want to have. When is the last time that you put a lead magnet out there to collect people's data? When is the last time you asked them, what is it that they want to see? What is it that they want to need? I know that when I was first starting out, I needed a coach. I needed a mentor. I needed someone to show me when I wasn't showing up. See, a coach is your biggest cheerleader. They're going to tell you exactly what you need to hear, exactly when you need to hear it. See, 1/4 of grind equals 3/4 of growth. Are you ready to grow? The only way you're going to grow if we get to grind. And right now, we only got to grind for a little period of time. So you have exponential growth. But it starts out with who do you know? They may not be a client, but they may draw you to a client. You must invest in yourself at the level that you expect results. So many of us want the free product. We'll go and sign up on all the free products. And then you want to know why someone's not paying you your top dollar. But until you pay someone else that top dollar amount, you shall not even try to charge that dollar amount. Start small and grow from there. I know we need income, but in the beginning, it's all about quantity, right? Once you get the quantity, then you can scale up to the quality. But in the beginning, you just got to start somewhere. You just got to launch your business. Find something that you're great at. And if you're not sure, that's why programs that we have at All New Beginning is great at helping you identify what you're great at. And maybe you know what you're great at, but you're not charging nearly what you're worth. But there's a way to charge what you're worth. I've noticed that on social media, I see people charging these astronomical prices, but they're not delivering. They're not giving people anything of value, anything of substance, anything that has a principle behind it that they can continue to keep doing what it is that they're doing. So when you start these programs, one of the number one things I want you to do is give people a value. Let them know that they could be anywhere, but you're so grateful and thankful that they're right there with you, going right through the course with you, seeing life the way you see it for them. That's what business is. It's finding a problem and having a solution for the problem. But remember, every problem that you fix, you're creating another problem. Every problem creates a solution. Every solution creates another problem. And this is why when we're taking medications, I am not going to just stop at medication because that medication has a side effect. Why? What does that mean? It's creating another problem. And it may not even be solving the solution, but it may minimize the solution. So what do you need to do in business right now? Who do you need to be? How do you need to show up? And what do you need help with? I'm Dr. Tanya T. Wise. You can follow me on all social platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn. It's Tanya T. Wise. And you can reach me on 301-900-6996. Again, that's 301-900-6996. Thank you for tuning in.
Well, thank you for all of your awesome words of wisdom, Dr. Wise.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Do you have any upcoming events or anything, any specials that you might want to
So
disclose?
absolutely. I am launching April 1, and we're launching Charge Your Worth, understanding your position and playing your position. It is business simplified, but cash flow amplified. And you can text CLORS to 301-900-6996 or go to TanyaTWise.com and just put your information there, and we will make sure that you get the information for our next course. We're almost sold out to the capacity. So right now, I want to make sure that you follow up and get our next course. Thank you for asking, Carrie.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you again, Dr. Tanya T. Wise, for sharing all the wealth of information. And genius is coming. I'll see you on the other side.
I'll see you on the other side.
The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. The expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App that is on the screen below, $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. 10 students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo sponsors for March 2024, NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, The Hello LLC, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Barbara H. LLC, Barbara H. Smith LLC, 5-Star BDM Media, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Melaine Shania Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and Black Business Expo USA. Genius is Common, and I'll see you on the other side.
5-Star BDM, Brand Development Masters, is a professional consulting and advisory group keenly focused on business development services for the small to mid-sized business and entrepreneurs. Although every business is unique, they often share business development challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. Services include process improvement and operations, digital strategy and transformation, business intelligence, digital marketing, and personal branding. Our business and personal branding company has helped a number of professionals and organizations to optimize and grow. This results in more business, more opportunities, better reach, positive outcomes. Visit www.5starbdm.com today to learn more.
Phenomenal Tanya T. Wise, who is here from the great state of Maryland. Tanya, welcome and thank you for being with us today. Can you indulge our audience a little bit and tell them just a little bit more about who you are and what it is that you do?
Well, I love being able to talk to people and have a magnetic attitude, being able to just show them. So I always like to say, level up is Coach at Tanya T. Wise here.
So can you tell our audience, just give them a teaser about what your presentation will be about?
So my philosophy is that we should all be living our dream life. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about how you start living your dream life. What are some of the things that you thought about in your childhood that you just kind of let go and dormant?
Wow.
And I want to reignite that and just give you some pointers and some tips, some tools, some strategies to be able to start living your best life now. And guess what, Akwanda? And leave an inheritance for your legacy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I know that's resonating with a lot of people. I've heard that you have a dynamic coaching program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools, we help them implement strategies, as well as give them resources so that they can live their best life now and leave that inheritance.
Wow. Oh, I love that. I love the leave the inheritance part. Listen, you are dropping some major nuggets, and I know a lot of what you're saying is resonating with a lot of people, but I think we're all curious. How did you even make this transition into the speaking and coaching arena? What's the story behind this?
So I started out in finance, and I realized that a lot of people don't necessarily go after their dream life because of the lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car. I nearly lost it all when I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it. If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that? Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Wise.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business.
Did you know that our black dollar only lasts for 6 hours in our community? Yet other communities, their dollars last for 19 to 30 days.
The Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation. Yes, that's why we created the Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation is a centralized directory available to all Black businesses across the world. It was created for businesses like you, the ones that want to start and the ones who have a dream that have already started, such as businesses like Drop in a Bucket Productions, Valito Foods, Sugar Tea Branding Firm, All the Dazzle, Bun Cakeaholic, Miss Riot, and you. We'll have marketing, seminars, and some funding coming soon just for you. So, we want you to come and join us. www.blackwallstreetnation.com. See you there.
Hello, my name is Kiasi Helm and I'm 14 years old. I think my genius would probably have to be setting goals and achieving them. I say this because ever since I was young, I always wanted to be an author, and at age 11, I ended up achieving this. But not only did I end up becoming an author, I ended up becoming a public speaker, a publisher, a business owner, all these great things. The name of my business is Written by Kids Publishing Company. I decided to start this company because I thought it was important for me to help kids my age express themselves through literacy and just achieve their own goals. Because to me, achieving goals is the best thing in the world to feel. It's you just achieving things and aspirations that you set for yourself. And I know that everybody is capable of this because even if you don't end up achieving the goal, you still tried your best, and that's the most important thing. And everybody is capable of this because genius is common. Thank you.
So what we have to do is when we get in a spot, we need to create some spots for us. That's the main thing. We need to be able to be in a position where we're able to create those spots for us. For me, being an entrepreneur, I'm not just going to get a business and then leave you sitting high and dry. If you ask me some questions about entrepreneurship, I'm going to give you as much as I've received. I've seen people who made it, and then when you ask them, it's like, okay, now you have to pay me for the information, the same information I got for free. We probably in totally different cities. There's no way that we're going to bump heads or anything. We're not competing. Bring me up with you. And so I just think that whatever education that I have, then I need to be able to give that to my own as well. So create the spots. You can create the spots when you get there.
Hello, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. And my genius is helping women accelerate the path to success. You know, I was blessed to have strong women in my life who encouraged, motivated, and pushed me to do my best and to never even think about giving up on my dreams. So I say to women, we must show up to rise up. We have talents and potential, but who will see them if we don't speak up and get noticed? I know that women are a tremendous resource on this planet, and there is nothing more fulfilling than helping a woman tap into her full potential. I do this because I want to be a part of helping as many women as I can to show up, to rise up. I do this because genius is common.
It's your time to ignite and take flight in every area of your life with the new Ignite and Take Flight Planner 2024. It's time for you to seize the year with your great new planner. You see, this planner is designed for every entrepreneur to pursue strategic planning that cultivates leadership, accountability, gratitude, and leads to your ultimate success in life and in work. With sections that help you with your project management, habit tracking, resources, and coupon pages that are second to none that empower each entrepreneur to make their mark, get noticed, and take charge. Reach the pinnacle of success like never before through effective planning. So get your Ignite and Take Flight Planner 2024. It's time for you to ignite your future.
Did you know that our black dollar only lasts for 6 hours in our community? Yet other communities, their dollars last for 19 to 30 days.
The Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation. Yes, that's why we created the Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation is a centralized directory available to all black businesses across the world. It was created for businesses like you, the ones that want to start and the ones who have a dream that have already started, such as businesses like Drop in a Bucket Productions, Valito Foods, Sugar Tea Branding Firm, All the Dazzle, Bun Cakeaholic, Miss Riot, and you. We'll have marketing, seminars, and some funding coming soon just for you. So we want you to come and join www.blackwallstreetnation.com. See you there.
Are you a forward-thinking entrepreneur or business owner? The world is changing faster than ever, and it's time to pivot and adapt to the future. Hello LLC is here to help you do just that. Hello stands for helping enterprises leverage leading-edge optimizations. Our innovative solutions can streamline operations, reduce overhead costs, and give you a competitive edge in a market projected to reach $5 trillion by 2030. By pivoting to the metaverse, businesses can tap into a rapidly growing market that is projected to be a significant part of daily life for 25% of Americans by 2026. As a full digital metaverse agency, the Hello LLC can help you create custom solutions to streamline operations, increase productivity, reduce costs, and drive brand recognition. Why should you pivot to the metaverse with the Hello LLC? By leveraging cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, and unlock new revenue streams. Contact us today to make the pivot.
Genius is common, and my genius is I'm a visionary strategist.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million+ women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. Please, you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App at $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. Please donate to the Black Business Expo USA Scholarship Fund.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tara Bush, and I am the co-founder and COO of the Hello LLC, where our mantra is helping everyone live life optimally. And more importantly, helping entrepreneurs leverage leading-edge optimizations. We help businesses build, brand, automate, and pivot into the future. With over 22 years of corporate C-level experience, I carry a wealth of knowledge and expertise in my professional portfolio. My professional journey has encompassed various facets of business, executive leadership, project management, marketing, systems, space planning, and strategy implementation. I have had the pleasure of partnering with and managing multi-million-dollar projects for the top Fortune 500 companies, prestigious universities, and well-known sports teams around the world, like ExxonMobil, Apple, Samsung, Citgo, HP, Ziegler Cooper, the Houston Astros, the Dallas Cowboys, Bank of America, and Vanderbilt University. What fuels my drive is a passion for innovation and creativity that knows no bounds. I thrive on pushing the boundaries and thinking outside the box to bring fresh, ingenious ideas to the forefront. I turn visions into reality. As a leader, I am a steadfast advocate for integrity and creativity. I am driven by a profound desire to help individuals and businesses create their own return on time investment while leveraging technology. At the Hello LLC, we are more than just a 3D digital marketing agency. We are a community committed to helping, building, and thriving together with integrity. We can either show you, teach you, or do it for you. We believe in the power of innovation to transform the status quo. My fellow professional powerhouses, in the spirit of abundance, I firmly believe that there is enough prosperity in this world for all of us to thrive together. So, I invite you to make the pivot because the future is already here.
Sometimes you got to hear the news from the Black perspective, and more specifically, Black publishers. And that's exactly why you have to download the Hey Tie app, the largest mobile app delivering breaking news, videos, and podcasts from 200 of your favorite Black publishers. Yes, 200 Black publishers delivering news as it happens, literally all in one app. Go to hayti.com or download the app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. It's completely free, along with information that you can trust, so go check them out.
Social media is evolving. It's more vibrant, more colorful, more energetic, and so are you. It's not just photos anymore. It's video, it's audio, it's subscriptions. And now there's Fanbase, a new monetized social network. Fanbase delivers the complete native app experience with full content monetization for every user. No algorithms that shadow ban your engagement or growth, and no ads. Follow anyone for free and subscribe directly to your favorite creators for $4.99 a month. Plus, show some love by tipping on any post. Also, make a Fanbase page and monetize your content the same way. Finally, connect with your followers by posting the amazing content you already create. And now, get paid for it. It's time to energize and monetize. Because everyone's a fan of something, and everyone has a fan base.
Follow the Brand TV broadcast host, Grant McGaw, as he visits with top executives and entrepreneurs to find out their secrets of success with their personal brand. Follow the Brand TV broadcast host as he focuses on brand development to build better relationships, bring value to your business, relationships, and career. You will enjoy listening to each episode that is tailored to speak to you directly. If you're looking for this type of clarity in terms of building your brand, you have tuned into the right station. Each episode will help you to shape a conversation in the 5-star BDM network of 20,000 professionals and become a springboard for your corporate engagement and business opportunities. Each guest will frame their story in the areas of personal branding, business development, career development, financial empowerment, and technology innovation. Grant McGaw explains why he is the CEO and owner of his own professional career. Grant is an accomplished business leader and entrepreneur who wants to give back to individuals to grow their personal brand strategy. Tune in as he weaves his story about new possibilities, while to you exceed expectations. If you love storytelling, this show will make for fun.
Did you know that approximately 333.34 million businesses exist today, according to a report from 2021? And you may be one of those businesses, or maybe you're not in the business market yet, but you're aspiring to be a business owner. Well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time. Because let's face it, everything is about timing and opportunity. Hi, my name is Dr. Lotus Richey, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Lotus Richey Coaching and Consulting LLC, along with the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Richey, as well as books to boom your business and bring who you are. And today, I want to bring this amazing message to you about the Black Business Network, and the Black Business Olympics. See, the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics is designed to help people just like you, that's right, that look like me, to take their business to the next level. Not just in your front yard or your backyard, but globally. The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics is designed not to just help you survive, but to help you thrive. So join us today as we come together with businesses all around the world to support our students, our children, our young teens, our young entrepreneurs. What we do is we come together to help raise funds for students who are aspiring to be business entrepreneurs, who are aspiring and who are thriving in college. We endow them with a wonderful opportunity to gain scholarship of either a laptop or several thousands of dollars. And we invite you to help be a contributor to this amazing opportunity to help someone that looks just like you. So join us today at our website and let us connect with you and help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life on the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. I'll see you on the other side.
How you doing? I'm Rodney Allen Rippey. Yeah, the child actor. Well, now, leading man. Some of you might remember back in the day, the Harlem Globetrotters popcorn machine. Remember that? Well, it was a Saturday morning special that would come on, and I was there with Geese and Tex and Meadowlark Lemon. Remember the show? Well, I had a great time. And I have to say a huge, huge thank you to all my fans out there. Thank you for all the years of support. I went on from the entertainment industry. I started getting into producing and directing. And now, hey, here I am. I'm a studio executive here in Burbank, California.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo. One of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Carrie Jackson, and I am your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, California, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our next speaker is a certified financial planner, Melanie D. Perry. She has been helping people create sustainable wealth by making wise decisions for over 2 decades. She is known for making financial concepts easy to understand, which helps people to make sound and empowering financial decisions. Melanie caters to women entrepreneurs by providing solid strategies that work. Her passions for financial literacy extends to educating women and kids about the basics of money management through her financial literacy and education company, Zillionaire Enterprises. She has been recognized by many national organizations for these efforts, including the Los Angeles Women's Chapter of NAACP. Melanie has authored All About the Benjamins, Helping People Create Wealth in the Midst of Financial Insanity, and Jonathan and Geneva. The Adventures of a Zillionaire Kid is her latest book for elementary children. So I present to you Melanie D. Perry.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Carrie. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. It is always a blessing and a pleasure to be on the Black Business Network. I know you all are putting in the work behind the scenes, and that with the major productions such as this, a lot goes on. And we're dealing with technology, right? So it is always a joy and a blessing to be a part of this movement that is empowering Black people. I'm changing that to melanated people across the world. And it is a pleasure. Thank you.
All right. So can you tell me more about Zillionaire Enterprises?
Well, you hit it on the nail, and actually that's what I want to talk about today. I'm kind of in a process of rebranding, and oftentimes when we're thinking about money, we're thinking about zillionaire, people have a tendency to think a lot of money, but that's not really what a zillionaire is. A zillionaire is a person that's on pursuit of monetizing their God-given talents in a way where they're able to add value and help people to enhance their goals and their visions to make the world a better place, as corny as that part may sound. But that's in essence what a zillionaire is. Zillionaire Enterprises is about empowering people to make sound financial decisions, but not from the perspective of our European brothers and sisters to hoard and just to hoard, wealth. It's more so from a perspective of to just enhance the wealth that you were born with in a way that contributes and add value to other people, starting with yourself, extending to your family, and then extending to the community. It's not about luxury from the traditional sense so much as it's about sustainability. And that's the essence of a zillionaire. Mm-hmm.
Okay, sustainability. Initially when I was reading it, of course, everybody thinks zillionaire, like, oh, it's a lot of money, it's everything, right? However, the first part of the zillionaire, like the zeal, is zeal. So what I was thinking more about is that you are putting the zeal or the joy back into money management. A lot of times we don't have joy or zeal when it comes down to our finances. And I think that is the true
you want to hide in a hole.
Yeah, you want to hide in a hole like me. It's like, you want to talk about money all day. Every time someone talks about money, but I think that is the true mark of someone that is wealthy, is that they are joyous, they are at peace, they are happy, and they can have those conversations confidently.
Absolutely.
So can you tell us more about the book? Or actually, back up, you said you were rebranding, so what's the new brand? Or
well, I shouldn't say really rebranding so much as it's more so of not hiding behind. I have been in the financial services industry for the past 25 years, and I've had Zillionaire Enterprises for the past 15. And managing both of those businesses is a full-on situation. And so I'm in the process actually of combining the two, given that the financial services industry is in a different space.
moving more towards fee-based versus commission, and I'm in an RIA, registered investment advisory space. So compliance is not as tight. So then that gives me some, more freedom and exposure to speak my piece without all the regulations of telling me what I can and cannot say, which is a part of the control, right? So when when an entity, an industry is controlling what you can say, how you can say from a supposed legal standpoint, then why? Right? And people all the time are like, well, why don't you just get rid of your licenses and, just be out there and do it. Well, the way this financial services industry and securities industry is structured right now, you still need someone that's licensed to help you implement the strategies, right? So that's never been a very solid argument. Just drop the Series 6, 7, 63, 65 in my life insurance license that I took years, to I didn't take years to get them, but my CFP took me 10 years to get that bad boy. But, just to drop those things is not something like, oh, yeah, let's just get rid of it. And, so anyway, so to help people, so it's not so much a rebrand so much as it's an awakening and a level of, it's a big step, I guess you could say, for me to put myself out there, be more vulnerable, because I think now the time is ripe. So many and our European brothers and sisters, our lightly melanated brothers and sisters have created an environment of frustration, of dis-ease, and people are sick and tired of it. And the sick and tiredness is showing up in making your own food. Like not getting Rice Krispie treats, but making your Rice Krispie treats, bump Kellogg, right? And make your own cornflakes. I have had a garden intermittently all throughout the years, but I have been really focused on the past like 5 to 6 years in creating a garden to sustain families. So back in 2018, I started a garden. This was before the pandemic. And I was able to feed like 3 or 4 families from a backyard garden. That's pretty substantial, when you think about it. And
3 or 4 families from a garden, the backyard?
Yeah, a backyard garden, not a farm. I live in the city. So this is an urban, city garden. So that's a zillionaire. A zillionaire is a person that's not hung up on too many modern conveniences, but is willing to use that manual can opener and not, open to get a whole bunch of gadgets, and just constantly buy and throw out. Zillionaire wants to, be sustainable, wants to buy quality clothing. And I'm recently now realizing and learning that a lot of the fabrics that we are wearing have microplastics in it. So if we're wearing a synthetic material, which is what this blouse is right now, there's polyester. If you have clothing that stretches, all of that has polyester and man-made products in it. So that's for women, that's stifling our in men, but with us, we've got a whole complicated system because we bring life into this world. So that's stifling our, whole entire system and smothering it in comparison to wearing 100% cotton, 100% wool, which is sustainable. So when it wears and tears, it can go back into the earth. Instead of having man-made products, the microplastics get into our system and then create dis-ease, and then get into our environment, which further the dis-ease in our food and in our plants. So a zillionaire, so I'm getting all, back to the holistic component of a zillionaire. It's not really just about money, because we have to understand that money is just a tool. And it's how we choose to use this tool. Capitalism is just a tool. It's how we choose to use the tool. Capitalism has been used to hurt melanated people. But capitalism can also, when it's in our hands and when we're using it, can be used to uplift. In the same way, a hammer can be used to
destroy.
How people say unlive a person, but a hammer can also be used to build a house for a homeless person. It can be used to build, to expand, to grow. So you can't say a hammer is bad.
That's right.
Because whose ever hand it's in determines the outcome of it. So capitalism in and of itself is not bad. Neither is socialism. Neither is what is the other one in Cuba?
Marxism.
Well, Marxism, and what's the other one? But in Cuba, not socialism. It's gonna come to me. But anyway, all the isms, shall I say, they're not inherently bad, so much as who is the dominant source or entity that's using it for their self-interest. And that's what makes it imbalance. In Russia, it's in Cuba and Russia. Why can't I think of the
communism?
Communism. Thank you. There's pros and cons to all of these different isms, but at the end of the day, the essence of them is for the benefit of the whole if it's actually functioning at the optimal level. And so we as melanated people, historically, there was this world shift that took place, right? And so now we have the lighter melanated folks past 400 or 500 years controlling stuff. And it's like, y'all are not doing a good job because you're just creating a whole bunch of mess and dis-ease. So it's time for us to now step into continue, because Black Business Network, Black Business Olympics, and so many entrepreneurs across the world that are on the more heavily melanated side are tired of the status quo. And so we are recognizing the ills in the Congo. We are recognizing the ills in Israel and Palestine. And we're like, hold up. We're not taking this anymore. We're connecting to our brothers and sisters in the motherland and exchanging goods and services. And some of us need to decolonize our minds and not be so influenced by the excess. We're living in a world of abundance, but there's a difference between receiving what's in alignment with God, the nature, universe, the creator, which is abundant because the universe is ever expanding, and abundance from the perspective of like waste, right? When you're on a farm, they use everything. When you are dealing with how natives interact with nature, they use everything in an abundant way, but not in excess. So there's a difference between aligning with the laws of nature of abundance and then excess. We're in this world of thinking that wealth is about excess. And wealth is not about excess. Wealth has to do with our health. Wealth has to do with our physical health, our mental health, wealth, our relationships with ourselves. How well are we as women taking care of ourselves first? We're the first ones to take care of our kids before ourselves, the first one to take care of our spouses before ourselves, the first one to take care of grandma before ourselves, right? And so we have to put that mask on ourselves first so that we can be that nurturer holistically without depleting ourselves, right? So a zillionaire mom is a woman that exercises self-care. And if there's a need to have a nanny, if there's a need to have a cook, or if there's a need to, use some of the conveniences of food prep, these companies that have food prep, because you're not only a mom, but you're an entrepreneur, you're a businesswoman. So you don't necessarily have the time to expend on mopping the floor. And you need someone to come in to take care of that, because there is a different focus that you have, which isn't you're not being a good housewife. You're not being a good wife because you're not mopping the floor and working your business and taking care of the kids and nurturing your husband. There's an equilibrium, and a balance that has to happen as we begin to understand really what is the true essence of life. And it's not always in the service of someone else to the point of them maintaining power over you. This thing we call a job, right? You clock in, clock out, and it uplifts the way this current structure is with the dominant companies. It feeds their bank account more than yours. Now, there are many business owners that have taken on like a zillionaire approach, and they're making sure that their companies have benefit plans and that their company take advantage of the fringe benefits of that allow the business owner to receive tax benefits. So if you need to take a maternity leave, if you need to go to school, all of those type of fringe benefits, small business owners can incorporate into their business, which will be uplifting and actually attract more quality employees, because not everybody's trying to be a business owner. So it's not a bad thing if you don't want to, take on this level of leadership. Your leadership might be more so in raising beautiful, wonderful, viable children. Your leadership might be in the church. Your leadership might be in supporting your husband expand, his business.
Yeah.
Leadership shows up in so many different ways. So we can't sit up here and point our finger, well, you oughta, you shoulda, you coulda, because, our divine purpose shows up for our, in our way, and how we're supposed to express, and contribute and to bring that value. So that's what Zillionaire Enterprises has been about, but I haven't really been loud about that. About it. Okay. Yeah.
So can you share some of the solid strategies that you have, or a strategy?
So all of the, financial strategies are, some basic principles of starting with a solid financial foundation. And I've shared that, multiple times on this particular platform. So you are, first of all, understanding where your money is coming from and where it's going to. We all know where it's coming from usually, but we don't always have clarity as to where it's going, right? And sometimes we think it's going in certain categories more so than in other areas. And that's not always the case either. What I have found in working with people on their budget, and I work with people that have a range of incomes, and even people that you would think on the outside, oh yeah, they have it going on. They've got this corporate job, they've got this fancy business and this and that. Behind the scenes, it's a different story. And it's like, whoa, But oftentimes people think that they're just wild when it comes to their budget, but it's usually in the top 3 categories. And that's in entertainment, food, and clothing are the top 3. And so those are variable expenses, right? Because you can only get your budget down, your expenses down, but so low. Your mortgage or your rent is what it is. Property taxes are what they are. I never suggest the client to eliminate their Netflix or cable or anything like that. We need to have an outlet, so those expenses are what they are, so you can only bring your budget down, but for so much. And looks like Carrie is gone. And so with that being said, what do you do? Well, once you have taken advantage of all of the discounts and ways in which you can lower your expenses, you cut out all those excess subscriptions. The next focus is to begin to increase the income, right? Now there are certain strategies and quote hacks, as people like to call it, that I say you can focus on. One is like with insurance. A lot of times people don't realize that with insurance, the less frequent you pay, the cheaper your insurance is. Now, what I mean by that is we typically, because of convenience, pay our insurance on a monthly basis, but you're actually paying a little convenience fee for that. And that's on your auto, your homeowner's insurance, life insurance, disability, all insurance payments are structured like this. So if you can begin to pay quarterly, semi-annually, and then ultimately annually, then you're cutting out that convenience cost. Now, that's not going to send you on a trip around the world by cutting out this, fee. But it goes back to the concept that I shared earlier of sustainability, right? Sustainable wealth. So sustainable wealth is the same principle that we apply on the farm, apply on the backyard. Zero waste, trying to get to a zero waste perspective. And so the less frequent. So then how do we get into that groove? Sometimes it starts with just really scaling back dramatically, because we might be book wild with our finances and we're just spending money willy-nilly all over the place. Some people are in that space, but very few I come across are in that category. Most people are very conscientious spenders, and there's just those top three and maybe one other that might be a little, kind of a weak spot. And so we just hone in and pay some attention to that. And so what I'm encouraging people to do to try to begin to create a discipline, because discipline is a good thing. Discipline is a word that we think of as punishment. We got to be disciplined, right? But when we exercise discipline, we actually open ourselves up to freedom, because we have routines, right? Mm-hmm. So when we exercise a morning routine, an evening routine, a routine with our finances, then we're just creating a level of discipline that's going to make us less anxious, because we have clarity of what's going on and where it's going. We're not feeling like, oh, I shouldn't spend this. I could, the shoulda, coulda. We're not playing the shoulda, coulda, woulda game, because we know, based upon the goals and objectives that we are striving for, then getting that, going to Costco and getting that extra 6-pack, 12-pack of whatever is not on the list, right? We don't have to fear going into Costco thinking, oh, they got those samples. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that. No, that's not what we're in here for, because we prepared. We created a list. We know what the inventory is in our pantries, in our refrigerator, and we created a meal plan and said we're gonna have spaghetti, we're gonna have lasagna, I need to come up with an African dish, because those were all Italian. But anyway, we're gonna come up with this meal plan for this week. So that means, I don't have spaghetti noodles. Boom, that's on the list. Oh, I don't have tomato sauce. Okay, boom, that's on the list, because my garden isn't quite ready for me to create those tomatoes quite yet. Okay, so then we have to go and purchase those things, because that's on the list, right? And just because it's on sale, we remember our savings goal is $500 a month. So I'm not going to be tempted by these enticing sales. Oh, you got 10
Yeah.
minutes left in order to get such and such. 5 days left before. We don't have to be in our impulse shopping.
In a hurry.
Yeah, that impulse shopping will cease, or not cease, but calm down. I was looking
Calm
for
down.
a word. But yeah, it'll
No.
calm down because we know one thing. My mother and grandmother will always say Macy's will all, at the time it was Broadway, but most people don't know about that. But Macy's will always have a sale. So you
That's
don't have
right.
to
They got
run
it
that-
every day.
Yeah, you don't have
They
to
do.
run. I got to get that. Oh, it's Memorial Day weekend. Oh, we don't have to do all of that, right?
Yeah.
Because we know, one, I got enough in my closet already. Some people, still have tags, on their clothes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So again, getting back to the topic is being more bold about the true essence of what a zillionaire is and how we incorporate and fold that into every fabric of our lives, from our mental health, our physical health, our emotional well-being, which underneath all of that is our divine wealth that we were born with. And the monetary equivalent of that is the tangible money that results in us expressing our wealth and exchanging that with the corresponding value.
Yes.
But
Well,
all the
thank
other
you.
components of wealth are all lined up. And I appreciate
Wow.
the time, and I appreciate you, Carrie Jackson, for
Yes.
giving me
Thank
this.
you very much for your information. I wish we had more time. If you are available again later this week, love to have you back on to go in some more and in depth. If someone wants to get in contact with you, Melanie, and learn more about Zillionaire Enterprises, can you please tell us how we can contact you?
Absolutely. So that would be just about at any social media channel from Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Zillionaire. And that's again ZEALLIONAIRE. Thank you.
Thank you for your gems. I want to talk more. I have more questions, but we're gonna have to get you back on. Hopefully, you have another time available this week. But thank you again, Melanie Perry. Genius is common. I'll see you on the other side. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App that is on the screen below, $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo sponsors for March 2024. NC 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, the Hello Richie LLC, Lotus Richer Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Barbara H. Smith LLC, 5-Star BDM Media, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Geniuses Common, Earth Essentials, Melanie Chennai Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA, Genius is Common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hello, my name is Kiasi Helm and I'm 14 years old. I think my genius would probably have to be setting goals and achieving them. I say this because ever since I was young, I always wanted to be an author, and at age 11, I ended up achieving this. But not only did I end up becoming an author, I ended up becoming a public speaker, a publisher, a business owner, all these great things. The name of my business is Written by Kids Publishing Company. I decided to start this company because I thought it was important for me to help kids my age express themselves through literacy and just achieve their own goals. Because to me, achieving goals is the best thing in the world to feel. It's you just achieving things and aspirations that you set for yourself. And I know that everybody is capable of this because even if you don't end up achieving the goal, you still tried your best, and that's the most important thing. And everybody is capable of this because genius is common. Thank you.
Genius is common. And my genius is nutritional strategy. I am Shawnee Smith, the owner and creator of Can Do Spice. Can Do Spice was created because I knew that adding herbal and mineral supplements to my diet did not have to be boring. In fact, because I'm a food enthusiast, I knew I could create something flavorful and explosive that also had the benefit of adding herbal supplements such as sea moss, bladderwrack, burdock root, and black seed, just to name a few. I invite you to take this journey with me where we come together and take control of our nutritional health. It is my way of sharing my genius, the gift of flavor and the healing power of herbs to the world. What is your genius?
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business.
La connexion. La connexion.
In a world obsessed with the cult of celebrity, I challenge you not to aspire to anyone else's greatness, but instead strive to reveal and ignite the greatness within you.
Are you serious?
I totally think that that's it.
Hey.
No!
Hey! To me, sexy is a man that knows who he is and what he wants.
Okay.
He's comfortable. You look at him, you see him, he's just comfortable being himself. And you're like,
Baby, be you.
Be you, baby.
Just be you. I like it. Introducing the Be You collection, exclusively available at K&G Fashion Superstore.
I'm Kennedy Harris. My genius is being an entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of K-Lock, a company where I develop my very own line of kids supplements. I currently market my multivitamin for kids to help combat weak immunity. During the pandemic, research has shown that having a strong immune system is key to fighting off disease. My vitamins are for kids, but adults can benefit from them as well. I'm adding a proprietary blend to my supplement line. I want to create my own blend so that I have a competitive edge in the marketplace. Staying healthy is important to me so that we live longer and have healthier lives. My website is klockproducts.com. That is K-L-O-C-K. Genius is common.
Hello, my name is Kiasi Helm and I'm 14 years old. I think my genius would probably have to be setting goals and achieving them. I say this because ever since I was young, I always wanted to be an author, and at age 11, I ended up achieving this. But not only did I end up becoming an author, I ended up becoming a public speaker, a publisher, a business owner, all these great things. The name of my business is Written by Kids Publishing Company. I decided to start this company because I thought it was important for me to help kids my age express themselves through literacy and just achieve their own goals. Because to me, achieving goals is the best thing in the world to feel. It's you just achieving things and aspirations that you set for yourself. And I know that everybody is capable of this because even if you don't end up achieving the goal, you still tried your best, and that's the most important thing. And everybody is capable of this because genius is common. Thank you.
Hello, this is Israel, and I am CEO of Daydreams Interactive and author of Princess Planet. So, genius is common, and as a kid, I loved to daydream. Even as an adult, I love to daydream. And when my daughter became 6 and loved princess characters, but we just could not find the diversity that showed her, we created our own characters. So, for instance, you have Princess Nulu right here. Princess Nulu is from Uganda, and her genius is that she loves to take care of animals. She can actually even listen and hear what they say. And then we have Princess Isabella right here. Princess Isabella, she's from Cuba, and her genius is biochemistry. One day she hopes to eliminate disease. Then we have Princess Nia right here, and Princess Nia is based off of my daughter, and she is what she wants to be, the greatest dancer alive. So that's her genius. So what's your genius? My genius is my imagination. Genius is common.
Hey guys, my name is Caden. I'm the CEO of Caden Teaches, and my genius is teaching kids about financial literacy. Throughout my financial products, such as my financial flashcards, my activity book, and my newest project, my financial bus, which I bought. And on the bus, it has a mock bank where kids will learn how to deposit and withdraw money, a mock grocery store where kids will be able to learn how to have a family budget, and a mock stock exchange where kids will even be able to learn how to invest in stocks. Now, I decided to start teaching kids about financial literacy because I find that most kids graduate high school without even knowing the basics about financial literacy. And I feel if I were to teach kids about financial literacy, that I would be able to help kids tap into their genius. And I actually learned about financial literacy to my dad because I would go to business meetings with him, and I would always see that they were talking about financial literacy. And at that point, I didn't understand what financial literacy was. So I took it upon myself to learn about financial literacy and teach it to kids in a way that they can understand. But I want you guys to help me help kids tap into their genius by going to my website, cadenteaches.com, and you can sew into me in my financial bust by going to my GoFundMe link. And remember, if Caden can, you can too, because genius is common.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
All right, we're going to get started. Whoa.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Carrie Jackson, and I'm your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Next up, we will be having a fireside chat with Sean Ho-Hing King, with also Grant McCall will be doing the fireside chat. Our next speaker, Sean King, is the founder of the Talented Teen Club. She's dedicated to empowering youth through programs that build self-esteem and foster community engagement. Her organization has been instrumental in transforming the lives of many teens in Palm Beach County, earning her the recognition as a hometown hero. In addition to her work with the youth, Sean has deeply involved in various business adventures. She is the driving force behind Salon Cafe Incorporated, SCI, providing a multitude of business and personal support services. Her efforts are aimed at building a stronger and more vibrant community and fostering economic empowerment. As one of South Florida's most powerful and influential Black business leaders, her commitment to mentorship, innovative approach to business, and her relentless pursuit of creating opportunities for the next generation are her driving force to her inspiration. Present to you Sean King and Grant McCall.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for the introduction.
Oh, you're welcome. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
All right. How are you doing today, Sean?
Thank you so much, Greg, for having me. It's been a pleasure and a beautiful morning.
It is fantastic. And I've known you for now a few years, and I've always been I admired what you do for especially our Black teenagers. You're in the West Palm Beach area, I believe, in Florida. You've been doing this for a number of years. I want you to talk to our audience about, first of all, why you founded your organization and exactly what the mission is.
Thank you so much for that great question. Founded Talented Teen Club was truly by accident. Growing up in a large family of 14, my mom passed away when I was 10 years old. So I had to rush into being a grown up very early, taking care of my self care. So I have to start doing my hair very early in life and really start navigating my personal care journey very quickly. And it brought me to the beauty industry early on in my career. One is working with a lot of women is self-esteem and self-confidence. It keep coming up. Our doctors, our teachers, just women in general. And 19 years ago, I literally came up with Talented Teen Club. And the whole concept was, what if we as women could find our true power sooner? How powerful we'll be. And that's how it started. We started at the Kravis Center with one show just to bring talents together and young people together to motivate and inspire them to own their true passion and their calling. And pretty much that's how it started, strictly by accident. I did not know anything about nonprofit work. I was just truly working from a need that I saw and go forward with it.
Well, first, I know there's so many girls, young women there that have gone through your program and have been touched by it. I just remember me just being a teenager back in my time, and then when I would go through certain programs, I can still remember things I learned through those programs, whether there was a summer youth program or whether it was student achievement or something of these nature. It just helped to sculpt my whole character and how I would see life and I would see society on a larger scope than just my school or my neighborhood. And I know you're doing that for these teenage women. Let me just ask you this. As you think through that and what you've been doing, now tell us again how many years you've been doing it, and give us a story how you really touched one of these girls' lives.
Oh man, so much story. Which one do I choose? We've been doing this for the past 19 years, and pretty much what we do is plant seeds of self-esteem. And how we do that, we take your natural gifts and ability. If you are a singer, our job is to find you the best mentor and take you to that next level. So you could see the process, pretty much taking the puzzle and put it together so they can see it. So often we take years upon years just to find our true self and even to find the how and the why. But can you imagine if you have a mentor that come alongside you to take you through that process, because they have gone through the process before you, so they could cut down your time frame of success even faster and quicker. Pretty much that's it.
I like that. Now, I'm not letting you off the hook. You got to tell us a story. Somebody that you touched, and now I didn't know you did it. 19 years. Wow. I mean, kudos to you. Yes. That is wonderful that you took that mantle and you saw the need and you got out there and you really started making a difference in the community. Give us a nice story that we can really hear about, because you talked about musicians. I like how you preface that. If you're interested in music, we're not going to just, be very rudimentary about your music learning. We're going to bring you the right resources that allow you to flourish and make sure this is what you want to do and that you can take it to another level. Give us a nice story.
We mentor a group of sisters. It was 3 sisters. Dad came to us and she overheard it from one of her friends that to join the program. She did not know what it was all about. So of course, Caribbean parents, they want to find out what it's all about. So we had our intake meeting with the dad. He was a single dad and he just wanted to find out who we are. And we told her all about what we do, how we do what we do. And he actually liked it, but very hesitant with his first daughter. And we took her from the 9th grade all the way up to her senior in high school. Then she went off to FAMU and she graduated. Now she's an entrepreneur. She's a mom and a wife and doing amazing things in Palm Beach County. And because of that success, all other two siblings went through the program. One is a psychologist and one is in the medical field, all college grads. So the program is so awesome. And I'm not just saying it because I founded it, but because we are just not a drive-by mentor program, and that's what set us apart. Once we get a hold of a student, we become family. We've gone to baby showers, we've gone to weddings, and we are literally a part of their family. So it's become a bigger family over the years. And that's what makes us so successful, because when we come into our family lives, we are just not there for a program. We're there to build that relationship on beyond.
Well, walk us through that program. Talk to me, especially our audience, about what it's like from the beginning. You talked about the awareness, like the dad, like, hey, you know, I hear about this program, but I want to know more about it. And I've been a single parent. I know exactly what that's like. You know, if I want to put my children through it, I need to understand what it is they're about to experience. So I'll be all on board. Talk to us about that experience, you know, from soup to nuts.
Oh my God. I'll tell you the whole process, Grant. Is like you're a single dad and you have a 13-year-old talented young man in your life. And you said, I don't know what to do with it. He wants to be a baseball player. And I've never played baseball. I don't have no connection, but he's very much interested in it. He's playing it. He's playing very well, or he just need guidance. Our job at Talented Teen Club, you will sign him up. We call it the intake process. And we'll sit down with you and him and we'll have a real intake conversation. What's his hobby? What is his likes? What is your challenge? What's his challenge? And then we put together a plan, a personalized plan from start to finish. We normally take it from wherever he is to graduating from high school. And we give him a customized plan from what classes for him to take to what college he needs to select, for what mentorship or tutoring that he needs to get to that next level. And we following through the whole process. Every month he has to do a mandatory meeting and he has to follow up with his mentors along the journey. We expose our students to a lot of events and organization within the community so they can understand what it looks like to run a business, what it looks like to become a pro team player at a major baseball or whatever that they're into. Our job is to follow through with them and walk alongside them to connect the pieces so they could be successful. So we literally design the plan for them and give them the resources and the manpower to take them over that hump of getting them into college or starting that business or whatever their end result look like for that student. So that's in a nutshell what we do.
And that's a lot. That is beautiful time. Like you said, it's not like a drive-by mentorship. You know, that could take a number of years to get through the program and knowing what it is that they do. Now, is it just for girls or is it for boys as well?
It's for teens, girls and boys. We have a heavy population of girls because girls are rock stars like that. But it's for both boys and girls. We have about 80% girls and about 20% of boys. In order for our true success to happen within a child, 1 year is just not enough. A 6 months program is just not enough. We like to see the evolution of that change, true transformation of change, so we get the ultimate result. And that's what worked for us. I can't speak about any other organization, but that's the true mission for us. Is your children is your biggest investment, so we must invest wisely. And as a mom myself of 2 grown adults now, I see that even at 26 and 24, they still need guidance. They still have mentors outside of myself, because it's a whole, it's a community. And it worked back then, and it's truly needed now.
100% on that. I am so glad that you're doing this in the community. Now, you've been recognized for this work in the community as well. You have accumulated a number of different awards from different organizations. Your philanthropy is well known for what you're doing. Talk to me about how does the community view yourself and what you're doing, and then how can the community help you to grow more?
Thank you for that. Palm Beach County is truly a rock star. They have embraced us from the beginning, even when I was trying to find my leg in the space of entrepreneurship and also the philanthropy work. It's truly amazing when you see a group of collective business owners and thought leaders come together to support a cause, how amazing of a transformation we can get with our families that we serve. Every time and every year that I have to go and create this need bucket for our students and for our family, it really truly just make my heart smile to see how our community come together to support our family, whether it's our Gift for Teen event or our tutoring program. It just always been very receptive, and I am truly blessed. I have some dynamic women behind me that do the work and come alongside us just to support us. And it always keep me very humble and really give all the glory and all the praise to the one which is our true God. And that's pretty much it. Can't do anything without him and the support.
I totally agree with that. I also want to understand, because a lot of people ask, well, what is the financial commitment? Is it by scholarship? Is it a monthly reoccurring cost? Is it a one-time price? How does that work?
As far as our donor base?
Yes. If I my child wanted to be a part of your program, you got to know what the financial commitment is.
Wonderful. It's $100 a year for registration fee. That's all we ask the family. And we do fundraise and knock on lots of doors. We'll be knocking at your door, Grant, for the acts. As I said, it's a community, and it's just not one. It's a community and a collective of giving for any organization to be successful. And Talented Teen Club is literally no different. We need everyone on deck. We need the CEOs. We need the mom and pop. We need the small businesses to really support not only monetary donation, but manpower. I think that's the ultimate. Having the support of true mentor, that's going to really come in and pour into our students' life, and just not a drive-by, but keeping an open door policy so that student can knock on that door and there will be realty of success.
Okay, now I'm really starting to understand everything that you're doing. This is sounding very, very good, because we all got to get involved. So from the family commitment, $100 a year, great. I can see how we can get that done. But the real investment has to come from the community in the form of sponsorships that they can donate, not only their money, but their time, and whatever it may be, resources that are available to get our children exposure to what we're doing from a business standpoint, from a community standpoint, from all the other things that are involved. I think this is great. Every year, do you have different programs because you have different sponsors that get involved? You're like, you know what, we just got a great sponsorship from a certain business, and now we're being able to get, whether it's technology or maybe it's finance, you need more financial empowerment. Does that happen year over year?
No, we have 4 components that we really own in-house, which is entrepreneurship, leadership, mentorship, and sportsmanship. And those are the 4 pillars that we own. I truly believe in ownership because I think it's where we have generational wealth and we can control our narrative and our economic development. So our students are very much into developing and owning their own, and leadership. Leadership says it all. That's actually one of our signature program, our Push for Boys and Girls Leadership Academy, where we introduce them to people like yourself, Grant, to show them how it's done. You're in the space of telling stories, and how can you use what you're doing and teach the next generation so they could get there sooner than you did. And that's pretty much it, because to see it is to believe it. If you can't see it, you can't even dream it. So I want to make sure that we are that resource tool for our young middle and high school students to make sure they succeed, but not only succeed way along the line, but how can we give them the roadmap today, genuinely?
And what I'm the more I speak to you, the more I get more and more of a vivid image of what you're doing. Because at that age, when a child is getting into puberty and they're just finding out about themselves, they're 13 years old, they're so impressionable. And then you've got, they're surrounded by social media, they're surrounded by all kinds of other things. They're trying to figure out, what makes them feel good about themselves. So if they begin to choose negative images, as you said earlier, like if you're not exposed to positive images, positive things that can actually get you somewhere in life, you're not thinking typically, if you're 13 years old, what's your life going to be like when you're 20? What's your life going to be like when you're 25? However, you can make certain mistakes as a teenager that will already tell you what your life is going to be like in your 20s, because you've made a very difficult path going forward for yourself. So I like how you're doing an intervention in some of these lives. Like, here is another path forward. Here's someone that you can look up to. I'm looking at you. You're telling me that you were in a household. Did you say 13 brothers and sisters?
14 to be exact.
I was counting you as 14, so it was 15?
No, 14. Total, including myself, 14.
That's a big family in which you experienced trauma, and that you understood, I've got to grow up quickly and I've got to get things in place in order for us to survive. Not only thrive, but just to survive. And you picked up the beauty industry. And from what I've told and what I've seen, you're pretty good. And how do you balance those two things in these two worlds of being in the beauty industry and then having your team association?
It's so, I mean, with balance, it can only come from God. You really have to tap into your true power. That's one. But self-esteem and beauty, it walks hand in hand. They're like brothers and sisters. You can't truly be beautiful if you don't have self-esteem and self-confidence. So I'm still in the wheelhouse of beauty because I worked on the outer beauty for many years, and now I'm working on the inner beauty. So it's still beautiful. And it is so fitting in I'm a Virgo girl, so you know what I mean? It's all about creativity. I could make anything happen. And because I've been doing it for so long, it's literally like my superpower. If I think about it 2, 3, 4 times and I sleep on it, I'm going to do it. And it always work out. If you want anything that you want to birth, you could come to me. I could literally let it birth. That's just one of my gifts that God has blessed me with. But how do I balance it all? Because it's a lot. Working in the field of mentorship with students, I just don't deal with the student. I deal with the whole family. Mm-hmm. And years back, I didn't even put the picture together as the founder that I'm going to deal with a whole. And if I want that child to be whole, I have to see what's going on underneath. in the family. And a lot of times when we see our students, they're acting out and we call them troubled kids. They're not troubled. They have a struggled foundation. Their foundation is shifting. So they can't show up like our regular students because they don't have that support system. So we have to go in and we have to find out what's missing from that family. And I'm thinking about one of my family that we're working with right now. Is she's a beautiful mom, 4 beautiful children. The children come to school clean. You will never know what's going on until I got an email from mom. Because what we do, it is so unique because I was that child without a mother. And I know how important hygiene product it is for me as a girl growing up. So I make sure that our program have a free hygiene store that the girls can come and the boys can come and they shop for free with dignity. They're shopping like they're at Macy's. They're getting the quality products because I want quality for myself. And because I'm in the space of self-esteem, I have to make sure that delivery is at the highest level. Because I want to make sure we're just not giving a handout, but we're uplifting and we're blessing a family so one day they can be a blessing. I'm planting seeds here. So this family, when I got that email from mom, they were homeless, living out of, just bouncing from here to there in hotels, 4 gorgeous children. And we come alongside that mom. We empowered her. We gave her the resources that she needed. We even find other collaborative organizations to assist her with housing and all the tools that she needs. Fast forward today, she have a stable home. We gave her Mother of the Year award. She's not where we want her to be, but my God, she have grown so much where the kids are doing well in school. They're stable and it's up from now. So when I see those win, I have to give them their flowers because with any recognition, it's put that it put like gas in that tank of that person to make sure they can carry on. And that's just one of the things that we do that it's every time I see it, I'm like, God, you are amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Yes. Absolutely amazing. That is a true testament of what you're doing. Just think about where they would be without you being in their lives, what that would look like. And so many people that are unfortunately don't have you in their lives, and they're going through certain things and certain dire, they need of necessity. I want to ask you this, because we are on a worldwide platform, and there's people out there that need to know more, meaning this: if money was not an object, what would you need to grow your organization more? What is a necessity that if money was not an object, you would take that money and invest in and create for your program?
Oh, man. I must say off the top of my head, we need a new building. We have a building in Green Acres, Florida here, and a space. We have our summer camp and we already out of space. So if money was not an object, definitely we will build a new building on that property to create not just a building for programs, but also have a building where a student can develop their why and really put it to use, and we foster it, mentor it until it can launch, however that is. One thing I noticed with our student, once they find their why, they're no longer given trouble in school because it's all those energy is going to be focused on whatever that why is. And once they have the support with the why, it's a game changer.
100%. Now we're going to keep down this road. Now we've got a new building for you. What kind of people do you need to help you to be mentors, to be involved? What if you say, I could have all the people I want, what kind of people would you want to fill your program?
Professionals with time. Professionals with a heart for our young people. Just don't talk about the problem, but be the solution for the problem. I was in a business meeting with about 10 CEOs last week. And the topic was, we cannot find competent workers. These young people are quitting. They're not showing up on time. They just don't care. And I listened to them, and my question to them was, how much of all of you guys is given back with your time? Who are you taking under your wings and mentor for that person that you're seeking in your business? If we are not supporting our young generation in business, you have a dying business. Because so often, Grant, we need people. Because we run organization and we run business, and we cannot be truly successful by ourselves. So it's a need, it's a desire, and it's a must that we take up that baton to make sure we have a young boy or a young girl mentoring for the success, not only for your business, for the community, and for United States. It's just a must, because you can't just see the problem and say nothing. You have to fix the problem. And how do we fix it? You fix one, I fix one, this one fix one. It takes one. That's it.
And so I want our audience to listen to this. And it's so important to understand, if we take the barriers away, because we're thinking and we're doing our ideas, that this is how things are created in the world. That, okay, if we had finance is not a barrier, what do we need? We need a building. When we look at people, as you said, I need professionals with time. That's what you're looking for. I want to ask, what professional or associations are you affiliated with right now? And they could be government entities like school boards. They could be professional organizations. Who are you integrated with now that has been a big benefit to you? And who else would you like to be a partner in your endeavor?
The business community, small business community, has been a rock star in our organization. But what our true need is right now is male mentor. And I know, men, you guys are the breadwinner of the family. A lot of time is taken away from you guys because of that. But we try to make it as easy as possible. 2 hours a month. That's all we're asking. 2 hours a month, time or dime. Time or dime. If you don't have the time, give us the dime so we will have enough resources to take on another student. It takes $1,200 to $1,400 to mentor one student a year. Just one student. And that's just with the bare minimum of background screening, making sure that everything is healthy and stays safe. $1,200 to $1,400. If a person does not have the time, they can still support a student by donating. But if they have the time, which is the most needed commodity, 2 hours a month for you to sit and talk to a young boy about where Grant been. How were you as a 13, a 15-year-old? What barriers did you have to overcome? And be transparent. Because one thing, when you deal with teenagers, they could see right through you. And especially the teenagers that we serve, free and reduced lunch students, they already gone through a lot. They already know that if they act out, you might not show up. They already have so many adults drop the ball on them. So they're not looking for me. That's going to hold on and says, all right, when you're ready, I'm ready. When you call, I'm there. If you're hungry, I'm going to feed you. If you need some shoes on your feet, let's do that. I'm going to be a total mom that's never going to leave you because I'm a mom. There's nothing you can do that's going to stop me from liking you and not want to rock with you. I'm going to be there. When you're ready, I'm going to give you the space. When you're ready, I'm ready. So that's what we need. We need authentic truth for the mission for teenagers that you're going to just share. And we're not going to partner you with a student that want to be a scientist if you are in the space of media. We're going to partner you with a kid that loves media. There's a common bond. There's a common interest for the students that you're going to get. And another great part, it's not a one-on-one. It's a group setting. So you're not just touching one life. You're touching 5 lives, 4 lives. It's in a small group setting. So you can be successful at it. And we never want a drive-by. We never want a drive-by. We have leadership where it comes in and speak. We call them our mentor speakers. And that are always good for you to come in at a group and you talk and you share what you have. We utilize them once a month. But as far as our mentors, we need at least a year commitment for our students to know we're going to start this date. There's an end there. There's a graduation period, and you're going to give them everything they need so they could be successful.
This is important. And from what you're saying and what I heard, and I'm curious about, is that you said 80% of your population are girls. Yes. And only 20% are male. That's disturbing. That should be definitely be more 50-50. That tells me there's a lot of young men out there that aren't seeing the value or are not getting the opportunity, or either they're not aware or they just are shunning it. Talk to me about what is going through the mind of a teenage boy that makes them maybe not want to be a part of the program.
I think you could answer it better than me, Greg. As a male, if it's not sport related, if they don't see consistency in mentors, men lose interest fast. They're very simple being, I think, but they have to make sure they know exactly from point A to point Z. Which girls, we just want to know point A and what's in it for us. Mm-hmm. So with guys, they truly need friends first.
Okay.
And you're a guy, so you know what elements you already have. It has to be a sell for you. It has to be consistency for you. And you take a long time to trust.
Well, you said something so important. And I remember when I was a teenager, 13, 14 years old, is that we always found out about a program. We found out about a program and then we knew it's like peer, right? And 3 or 4 year guys like, hey, we're all going over here and we're gonna do this. And then everybody's now involved. And then if they find out something that's interesting, like we put together some kind of technology center of excellence, innovation lab, or something, you know what? We're gonna learn how to make different gaming, because a lot of these kids are involved in gaming. So we're gonna have a gaming contest. We could even call it a contest, right? Who can create the best avatar or whatever it might be, gaming engine, gaming game of itself, and see who's interested in that. I know there's a lot, as you said, there's a lot of programs around sports, but we can't just drive all our kids into sports knowing, if you're good, you possibly could get into college. And if you're obviously totally outstanding, you can get into the pros. But you know what? I'd be better off if you just got an education. Guess what? Your opportunity to get a gainfully employed job or start a business is going to exponentially go up. So not just teaching you sporting skills, I want to teach you technology skills. I want to teach you business skills. I want to teach you life skills, and that they're on board with that. And when they see another guy, they can say like, oh, I can respect that guy because he came from my surroundings. He understands the situation. I might not have a computer at home. I might not have internet at home. Our lights might be out. That could be the situation. But if I could always go to that club and I know the lights are on and they got a computer, I can go over there, right? Sometimes Sean might even have, a little bit of something to eat, so I might stop by. So those are some of the things that might attract certain people. But what we don't want to do is create where they feel, only the geeks go there, only the nerds go over there, only the weak people go there. That becomes the thing, So you got to get away from looking at being educated and being very smart and being able to apply yourself and wanting more than what you're experiencing now, not to be a detriment factor. So that becomes the voice of the community. As you said earlier, as men, we need to let people know this is the real deal, of what you're going to be facing. You have to understand the game board that you're on. We are on this game board of Monopoly. And if you do not, collect $200, you will go directly to jail. And it becomes a very cyclical, ugly thing. However, if you know how to play the game, you can collect houses, you can get some hotels, you can get some properties, and really look good. You can have the money and have the prestige, but you're playing the game the right way.
Absolutely. And that's what our program do. We make sure you know how to play the game right, and you have the support system that you need to play the game.
All right, Carrie, you out there, Carrie?
Hey, yes. Hey, how are you guys doing? Thank you for such a great conversation. And yes, we definitely need to have more mentorships to learn how to play the game the right way.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. You can reach us at talentedteenclub.org, or you can email me at Sean_King@talentedteenclub.org. On the website, there's a donate button, and there's a registration button. Become a mentor or play with your dimes. Thank you.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you. And thank you, Great McCall, for your time and with the fireside chat.
Oh, you're welcome. It's pronounced McGall, but that's okay. I'm at 5-star BDM. And I know Sean, she's Ho Hing King. Now you seem Caribbean. Am I wrong or am I?
You're correct. But Jamaica, we're what? Out of many, one people.
That's right. I love my Caribbean people. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. Have a good one.
Well, genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you.
The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. The expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App that is on the screen below, $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for March 2024. NC 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, the Hello LLC, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Barbara H. Smith LLC, 5-Star BDM Media, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Melanie Shania Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Genius is common. And my genius is nutritional strategy. I am Shawnee Smith, the owner and creator of Can Do Spice. Can Do Spice was created because I knew that adding herbal and mineral supplements to my diet did not have to be boring. In fact, Because I'm a food enthusiast, I knew I could create something flavorful and explosive that also had the benefit of adding herbal supplements such as sea moss, bladderwrack, burdock root, and black seed, just to name a few. I invite you to take this journey with me where we come together and take control of our nutritional health. It is my way of sharing my genius, the gift of flavor and the healing power of herbs to the world. What is your genius?
I'm Kennedy Harris. My genius is being an entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of K-Lock, a company where I develop my very own line of kids supplements. I currently market my multivitamin for kids to help combat weak immunity. During the pandemic, research has shown that having a strong immune system is key to fighting off disease. My vitamins are for kids, but adults can benefit from them as well. I'm adding a proprietary blend to my supplement line. I want to create my own blend so that I have a competitive edge in the marketplace. Staying healthy is important to me so that we live longer and have healthier lives. My website is klockproducts.com. That is K-L-O-C-K. Genius is common.
Hey everyone, it's Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series, where I help you to build a 5-star brand that people will follow. My genius is personal brand development through intelligent communication and helping you achieve your business and career goals. I am a requested speaker on digital technology and brand development issues. I want to work with you to increase the value of your current opportunities while attracting new ones. Every one of you is unique, and we all share challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. As a super connector, I work with you as an executive coach to guide you along the complicated business and career development road, providing the enhancement tools and information you need to succeed. Together, I will help you succeed in today's challenging business climate. I will evaluate and measure your progress. Best of all, I am right alongside you every step of the way. Build the brand called you. Genius is common.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919 308 9090. I am Black Business.
Good day, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Carrie Jackson, and I am your business moderator for the evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our next speaker, Jerry Smith, is a 38-year radio veteran who has also worked in television. Jerry has worked in numerous music formats throughout his radio career, such as classic rock, top 40, AC, gospel, urban contemporary, hip hop, urban AC, and oldies. He has his own entertainment company as of May of 2020, where he is the CEO and founder. Jerry is the CEO and founder of digital streaming station Favor 97.3.com. Last year, Favor 97.3 was a Stellar Award nominee for Internet Radio Station of the Year. Favor 97.3 advanced to the second round. Favor 97.3 is also the recipient of the Spin Awards 2021 Entertainment Radio Station of the Year in September of 2020. In 2021, Jerry Smith was awarded the President's Lifetime Achievement Award by President Joseph Biden Jr. for Jerry's 37 years of radio and his commitment to serving his community. Jerry is a motivational speaker whose focus is to motivate the youth to follow their dreams and focus on education. Without further ado, Mr. Jerry Smith.
Hello, Miss Jackson. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. How are you?
Okay. I'm well. I'm well. Thank you for that kind introduction.
Yes, you are welcome. But genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Certainly, I give honor to God for my being here and able to share some wisdom, knowledge, and some of my experiences through my time in radio. I need to update my bio because now it's going on 40 years, 39, over 39 years. This August will mark my 40-year anniversary. And I'm really, really excited to share my experiences that I have gained over these 39 years and going on 40. My journey began when I was 12 years old. That's when God put radio in my heart. At 12 years old, little humble beginnings coming from the projects of High Ridge Gardens on the New York State line in Danbury, Connecticut, to living in one of the most beautiful places in the whole wide world, the Triangle, here in Raleigh, North Carolina. So at 12 years old, God put radio in my heart. 7 years later, I was doing it in college at Central Connecticut State University, now I'm having a brain freeze. WFCS. That was the station's call letters. Of course, it was a college station, so it was non-commercial, but that's where I cut my teeth in radio. And in 1984, God blessed me to get my first professional commercial job at WBZQ in Greenville, North Carolina, AM station under the leadership of Jim McManus. And Jim was like a great teacher and mentor and taught me real radio right out of the gate. When I was in college, it was a play toy. But Mr. McManus jacked me up and told me I needed to do it the way they trained me to do it. And I've been doing it the way they trained me to do it ever since, for 39 years, going out 40. I'm thinking about doing something special for my 40th anniversary in radio. But in addition to radio, I've done some television as well, emceed events, DJ'd for church functions, for parties in the club, birthday parties, office parties, stuff like that. One of the things that I wanted to do was be really diverse, not pigeonholed and just have one specialty, but to be really flexible so I can, have other streams of income. Not only my job as a radio announcer, but working in the clubs, being a DJ. Every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, those were the busy days for the DJs, or to MC an event, master of ceremonies, or do mixtapes and stuff like that for people that needed music for things. This is something that I really don't talk about that much, but when I was in Greenville, North Carolina, East Carolina University had a dance team, and they had dance competitions, and they would come to the radio station and ask if I could put together a mixtape for their dance routine. And that was a lot of fun. So just being really diverse and finding different ways to monetize the gifts that God blessed us with. First and foremost, I would like to give him the glory, honor, and the praise, because all blessings flow from him, and without him, there's certainly no me. And then the other thing I would like to ask is that you give from your heart to donate monies to bless these young men and women who want to further their education, be future entrepreneurs. Somebody believed in you and somebody believed in me, and they sowed into us, whether it was wisdom, knowledge, or monetarily, and that helped us to get to where we are. So we've got a whole new generation of great minds, great entrepreneurs, spirits, and we need to sow into them as well. Truthfully, that's why I come here to do this. Not so much about me and my business, but to hope that I can say something to someone that would touch their heart to donate towards this great cause of providing computers, tuition, supplies, whatever it takes to help these young men and women to further their education. So I've worked in various formats of radio. Started, as I mentioned, in college, professionally on a small AM station, went on to work at rock stations, easy listening stations, top 40 stations, urban stations, hip hop, and R&B. But in radio, one of the things that you want to do, in addition to being an on-air talent, is you want to get into the management side. And usually it starts with being a music director, and then an assistant program director, then a program director, and an operations manager. I was blessed to elevate myself up to an operations manager, where I oversaw multiple radio stations. I launched my own company in May of 2000. I had to do it. I had to pivot because I was laid off from a company that I worked for nearly 20 years due to COVID. I wasn't the only one that lost my job. It was 300 plus people. And so I decided to make my company everything that I had done in the business for those 37 plus years at that time. And one of the things I do now is I help artists to get radio airplay. And what I do is share information, or let me back up. For 30 plus years, when I was in management, and people would call the radio station and ask, how can I get my music played on the radio? I would give them what I thought were the best practices to help them to get airplay. Everybody starts from the bottom and works their way up. I don't care who you are. If you're on top of the game, you at one time were at the bottom, and then you worked your way up. And then the rest is history. But everybody has a starting point, and it's at the bottom. So I would give advice. I didn't charge anything. It was free. I wanted to make sure there was no conflict of interest if I ever played anybody's music. It wasn't because they paid me a fee for consulting or advice or anything like that. It was just on the merit of their music. When I launched my own business in 2020, then I started charging people for that consulting fee. You're going to get what I charge people as a consultant for free, the information that I'm going to share with you today. But I used to just give what I thought advice that would help them position themselves to be in the best position to get airplay. Because you have to understand, you're competing with thousands of songs, whatever genre it is. Literally, there are millions of people globally trying to get their music played on the radio, and for a very good reason. If you are successful at getting your music played on the radio, guess what? A handsome profit could come with that if you handle all of your business. Cross all the T's, dot all the I's, make sure your music is properly properly registered. That's the word that escapes me. Registered with all of the folks that you need to, so you can get monetized. So you can monetize it. Sound exchange, royalty stuff. You just got to make sure that every avenue that you can get paid, all right, that you register your music properly with that. And if you do that, and you are fortunate and blessed enough to get heavy airplay on the radio, then you're going to make some money. If you wonder why people want to make records, why radio and social media like YouTube and different outlets and streaming, Shazam, Spotify, Pandora is important to people, well, it's because they monetize that. They get paid for that. All right. Just several months ago, a good buddy of mine who owns an independent record label, who's one of my clients, was trying to negotiate a deal with me to lower my honorarium fee that I charge to help them get radio airplay, to work multiple records. And they were going to give me a percentage of the publishing. Nobody ever presented that to me. I've never seen a publishing, well, I should say up until that point, I had never seen a publishing check before. I didn't know, I knew people made money from their music via royalties. So he showed me images of some sound exchange checks, and I was shocked at the amount of money that I was helping my client get from me pushing their music to radio, thousands of dollars. And I was like, wow. So if you wonder why people have the dream of getting their music played on the radio, it could be very, very lucrative. I think of the Beyoncés. I think of the Rihannas and the Jay-Z's. I think of the Dr. Dre's, the 50 Cents, the Kirk Franklins, the CeCe Winans, and so on and so forth, Taylor Swift. Trust me, they are making a ton of money, not only from their concert performances, not only from record sales, but from the other side of the business, the royalties, the sound exchange, those types of checks that come in on a monthly basis. So getting music played on radio is vital and it's key. And if you're doing it the wrong way, or if you're operating not in the spirit of excellence, then chances are you're not going to have any success. You're not going to, more people do it wrong than do it right. And I call it seeing the same faces in the same places year after year after year. And it breaks my heart because there are a bunch of talented folks that if they could do it the right way, they could have the success for their gifts and their talents that God put on their heart. but you got to do things in excellence. And as an outsider looking in, you may have some perceptions, some like, oh, they're getting paid because they're showing favoritism. They're doing this and they're doing that. Well, chances are they've made mistakes like most people did in the beginning, and they corrected those mistakes. And as their careers grew and the years grew, they grew. And now they know the secret formula. They know the sauce. They know the formula for success. Okay. But it starts with these best practices that I want to share with you. And again, I want to encourage you to sow into these young minds of young men and young women to help them further their education. This is a great thing that the Black Business Expo USA is doing for our future generation. I want to thank Dr. Eric Kelly III for the opportunity to speak to you today. But please, whatever you can give. I've given, and I wouldn't ask you to give if I don't give. So please, you're sowing into fertile soil that is definitely going to yield a great harvest. So I encourage you to do that today. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about: the best practices for success. I talked to you about how lucrative getting your music played on the radio is. Not only regular terrestrial radio, and that's a fancy name for AM and FM radio, but there's also internet radio, satellite radio. Those are the main three. And if you can get your music played on satellite radio or Music Choice, which is like on the cable channels, you know how on certain cable channels or satellite channels, they just have the music channels with different genres. That's like the Music Choice, not really radio, but on your streaming or satellite devices or cable devices. One of the key things is to get to know the program director or the music director of that radio station. Okay, find out about them. Are they married? Are they single? Do they have kids? What are their kids' interests? What are the program director's interests? Maybe some hobbies that they have. Try to find that common thread that connects you and them, like-minded people. You know what I mean? Birds of a feather. Maybe their favorite sports team. I know that there was a radio promoter who was into sports just like me. He knew Carolina Panthers are my favorite team. He knew I was an amateur boxer. He knew my baby girl was in Taekwondo at the time. She went on to be a black belt, and he used to talk about that and some of his favorite boxers, stuff like that. Get to know them on a personal basis, because when you call that radio station to talk about your music, you're competing with hundreds of other people that want the same thing for their clients' music or for their music. And so they know what I'm sharing with you. So that's why it's important for you to get in the game. You don't have to be overly inquisitive, but just the general stuff, just to find out what their interests are. One of the reasons why it's important to find out the day and time that program directors take their music calls, that is really key. And I kind of got ahead of myself. One of the first things you should do, even before trying to get them to know them personally, is find out what days and times do they take music calls. Most program directors only take music calls one day of the week. Usually it's about a 2-hour window. So for example, today I have one program director that I spoke to earlier today. He only takes calls between 12 and 1. If I miss him today, or if I missed him, I did connect with him, then I would have to wait a whole week to talk music. When I called him, guess what? I had to wait. Somebody beat me to making that phone call to him to pitch their client's music. So it's key to find out the day and time. The reason is because the rest of the week, the rest of the days of the week, they're bombarded. They've got meetings, they've got sales meetings, They've got staff meetings with their own DJs to try to give them some constructive criticism to help them become better DJs on the radio. They have a meeting with the promotions department, the sales department, production department. Sometimes they're invited to meet a client or a potential customer. So their days are really, really full. And it's even hard for them to take that one day to sit down and take phone calls. They're scheduling music, they're planning promotions and events. Like Easter is this coming Sunday, so they may have something going on with their radio station for Easter. So they're very, very busy. That's the number one thing that you have to do, is to find out what day and time they take their calls. Now, what happens if you call a program director on a non-music day, a non-music call day? They're not happy with you because they feel like you're disrespecting them and not their, all the other duties that they have going on. I remember times when I would be in a department head meeting and my phone would ring, and my boss, the general manager, and everybody in the meeting would look at me like, "Really, Jerry? Really? Calls while we're having a department head meeting?" And that's embarrassing. So, of course, I wasn't happy with whoever it was that was calling me on a non-music call day. That's just one example, and that's the biggest example. So that's why it's important for you to find out what day, time of the week they take their calls, and be consistent. A program director will never be mad with you if you call every week. If you call them every week pitching the same song over and over again, they're not mad at you because they know that that's what you have to do to put your music in front of them and how many other people that you're competing with. But when you call them on a non-call day, that's not good. All right. So one other thing that I like to share with you, and it's important, is that everybody feels good about their music. Everybody thinks that they have a hit song. The secret sauce and quality of a hit record is very good production, very good lyrics, all right, a catchy song hook, and of course, very good music. But it's got to be a complete package. You can't just have a great lead singer and terrible background singers. You can't have a terrible lead singer and the background vocalists are great. You can't have a hot beat and everything else is a hot mess. It's all got to be good together. And sometimes this is where it's tough for artists, because a lot of times through personal relationships with maybe their church, on a gospel level, it might be their personal church praise and worship team or choir, or get vocals from friends or whomever that they have a relationship. But you have to think of this as a profession and being professional. And sometimes that may cause you to hurt people's feelings because you've got to get the best, because you don't hear the music that's being submitted to the radio stations. But trust me, very good music is being presented. And if yours isn't up there, yours is going to go in one of two piles, the very good pile or the I don't think so pile. And if your stuff isn't tight and right, it's going in the I don't think so pile. Radio stations get more than enough music to pick and choose to play on their radio. They're never lacking music. So that's why you got to step it up. And you may have to pay more money than you would like to get quality production, whether mixing, mastering, studio time, recording. If you're doing it in the basement of somebody's house and the audio quality is not that great, a program director has trained ears for music. So they hear everything. And if you give them an excuse not to play your music, well, they'll find it. Again, please don't forget to make a donation for the great cause that the Black Business Expo USA is presenting us to sow into the young minds of these folks that are about to go to college to further their education. We want to help them with their books. We want to help them with computers. We want to help them with tuition. Somebody gave you a shot, so let's give them an opportunity. Okay, so it starts with good music. You're not going to get radio airplay if you don't have good music, but you also have to have a story. And I always tell people, every time you call that radio station, just give them a praise report. Tell them something good. All right. Hey, my song moved up the charts a few positions. That's a praise report. Hey, my song got picked up by such and such stations. That's a good story. If you have any streaming information, share that. Hey, they performed on a concert with so on and so forth. That's a praise report, because trust me, the other folks trying to get radio airplay for their songs, they're giving praise reports, and that's what you have to do as well. As I mentioned, power is in the production. That's where a lot of people that try to get radio airplay lack or slack, or they're weak in that area. Again, whatever God put in your heart to do, I believe you can do it, but you have to do it in the spirit of excellence. I tell people to listen to other songs on the radio that are getting a lot of airplay, that are at the top of the charts. There's a reason that they're there, and chances are they've got great quality production, great vocals, a catchy hook, and it sounds good. It sounds good. What breaks my heart is that there are so many great independent artists out there that have quality music, great production. The vocals are off the meter. Everything is right. They've got that secret sauce, but they don't have the right person pushing them. Most times independent artists try to do it on their own, and the music side of the business is like not what's fueling and feeding the business. Their regular job is where they're making their money from their regular 9 to 5, and that is fueling the music business. That's, running the music business. That's where you're getting the money to get the studio time, to get the artwork done, to get it mixed and mastered, and so on and so forth. So it's hard for you to do your regular 9 to 5 and push your music. That's where you need a quality radio promoter, someone to speak on your behalf, to push your music. Now, I told you for 30 years, I was consulting people, telling them the best practices, and I just shared some of those best practices with you. One of the other things I used to tell them is to get someone that you feel has good relationships with the radio stations, that is very persistent. I know the people that were really persistent with me, called consistently with me, pushing their music, giving me the praise reports. Those were the ones that had the most success getting their music played on my radio station. To be honest, they were a pain in the butt. They were a pain in my what. But at the same time, I used to say, if I was a recording artist, that's who I would want pushing my music, because I know that they're working hard on my behalf. They're pushing my music. They're staying on top of it. One of the biggest mistakes that artists do, independent artists, is send their music to a radio station, and then 2-3 months later call up and ask, are you playing my music? It doesn't happen like that. Chances are your music will never get played if that's your approach, because thousands of other people who want the same thing that you are calling every single week. in that program director's ear. And what that does is whoever's music they're pushing is always at the top of the stack. It's always top of mind. And then usually the program director will break down and like, man, I'm tired of such and such calling me up. Let me get this song in. It's being persistent. Right now, one of my clients is number 3 on the Billboard National Airplay Gospel Chart and number 5 on the media base. And trust me, I'm calling every single week. Today, I had a few calls before I'm doing this with you, thanking those who are playing it and asking if they have any more room for the song to get more play. So we're working really hard to try to get to number 1 with this record. And that's what it takes. So hire somebody that you know has good relationships, that has integrity, is going to really work your music and get you the best results, because that's probably the biggest part of it. I also encourage people to get exposure, right? What do I mean by that? Anytime you have an opportunity in your local market to be a part of their event, especially in the summertime, there's a lot of outdoor music events, festivals, explosions, and stuff like that. Usually they'll bring in a national recording artist. I encourage people to try to get a part of that. Don't worry about money. When you're trying to build your brand and you're trying to get that airplay on the radio, there are certain things that are priceless. You can't even put a price on it. Getting exposure is one of the biggest things that will help you. At my old radio station, there were some people that asked me to be a part of our events, our outdoor music festivals, our award show, or our Women's Empowerment Expo, and they had a chance to get on those, did an amazing job, saw how well the crowd reacted to them, to give them radio airplay. Because sometimes you just need that program director, that music director, whoever that decision maker is, to see you live and in person and how people react to you. You know, there are a whole bunch of things all across the country that go on. I encourage you to don't worry about the money, just try to attach yourself to it to get you exposure. I remember Travis Green, Anthony Brown of Group Therapy, Jacqueline Carr. Those are some that come to mind, who came to do some of our outdoor events. Now they're household names on the charts. Number 1 songs after number 1 songs. Their brand is strong. But Todd Delaney, he's another one that I can think of. Those are folks that stepped out on faith, and now they are reaping the harvest of the seeds that they sowed. So I encourage you to do the same thing. Just like I'm encouraging you to sow into these young men and women and their education by making the donation to the Black Business Expo USA. Let's help them out with their education, their books, their computers, their tuition. They're going to leave a legacy that will be, felt from generation to generation, because I know that they're going to appreciate us sowing into them, and they're going to give back, and it will be a cycle. We've heard of the cycles of domestic violence, drug abuse, alcoholism, but we want to change those cycles into being positive cycles. The reason I'm doing this is because people sowed into me, my little knucklehead, and saw something special in me and encouraged me and helped me financially. And here I am today speaking to you. And I'm just passing it forward, and prayerfully that somebody that we bless through our giving will continue that cycle of positive reinforcement, moving in the right direction. Because we all know time waits for no one, and time goes by fast. Let's see. one of the things that I like to encourage people is that whatever God has for you, it is for you, regardless of who you are. I mentioned some names of people: Travis Green, Casey J comes to mind, Patrick Dobson, Jermaine Dolly, Isabel Davis, Corinne Hawthorne. All of those folks started at the bottom and they worked their way up. A lot of artists have been doing this for decades, 5, 10, 15, 20 years without any success. And then at some point they get it right, and then they start to yield what they sowed in. They start to harvest it. And oftentimes it may be a new name, but man, they've been putting in the time, the money, the effort, and finally they hit their payday. Things start going in the right direction. I want to help you cut off time. I told you the same faces going in the same places year after year after year, using the same producers, the same mixers, the same background singers, same writers. Sometimes you've got to break out of that. But if you have the gift and the talent, it will make room for you. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. God chose you. God put a special gift in you to do whatever it is that he has planned for you to do. And that's not going to change. It's in you, but you've got to take the right steps. You've got to put up the right finances. You've got to do it in excellence. A lot of times in the gospel genre, people want to do less but want more, and it just doesn't happen that way. If you want to compete with the best, you've got to make that investment as well in yourself. I believe in you. I don't think that you would be doing what you're doing just for the fun of it. It might be to take care of your family. It might be to leave a legacy for your children's children's children. The cool thing about music and royalties is that that lasts for generations. That's generational wealth. So I just encourage you not to be intimidated by other artists that may be the stars in the genre. They started out just like you. And I've seen a ton of them. And I've seen their star rise. And I'm excited about the Jonathan McReynolds, the Kaylin Cars, Tasha Cobbs Leonard, Todd Delaney, Travis Green, Jermaine Dolly, Miranda Curtis. I can go on and on and on. It's a wonderful thing to see these people do so well in the business. I'm here to help you. My company is JAS Consulting and Entertainment, where music is the star. I believe knowledge is power, and the application of that knowledge is the key to success. I used to say that knowledge is power. The more we know, the more we grow. Well, I still say that, but I add a little more to it. That knowledge is power, and the more we know, the more we grow. But the application of that wisdom, knowledge, and information is the key to success. I can tell you over and over and over again the best way to put you in position to succeed. But if you don't apply any of these things that I share with you, guess what? It's not going to work. It's just going to sit there idle, waiting on you. Application is the key. When you call these radio stations and you say to the program director, what is the best day and time to call you to discuss music? That's a great step in the right direction. When you call that program director up on their music call day and you say, hey, how you doing? Are you watching March Madness? Who's your favorite team? And they tell you Carolina, State, Duke, UConn, Kentucky, whomever. All right, now you're getting to know them a little better. Maybe they're not a basketball fan at all. Well, you know what? I don't watch basketball, but I am a football fan, and I like the New York Giants, or I like, the Tennessee Titans or whatever. all right, then you're building a connection, a rapport with them. Then you're in the right direction. All right. So now you're going to record a single and you say, you know what? We've got to step up our BGVs, our background vocals. They sound good, they're great, but we're trying to take it to another level. No hard feelings, but we got to find some professionals to help us to elevate our sound. Now you're applying all these things that I'm sharing with you that are best practices to help you out. You know what? My lead vocals, they're good. They're average, but I'm competing with folks above average. So what do I need to do? Maybe I need to get a vocal coach, somebody that can help me. There's a national recording artist who I reached out to because there's somebody that I'm looking to work with on my company. I'm thinking about launching a record label. And this person is very talented. And as I put together my little strategy, I'm thinking, okay, I already got great relationship with some producers, songwriters, studio. I would want them to have a vocal coach. So I called up this recording artist who I knew was using a specific vocal coach that I was interested in. And I asked him about her, and he said, oh, she's great. She's amazing. I use her for every recording that I do. I consult with her and I spend time with her before I do my recording. And I'm like, wow, this is an established recording artist who's had numerous hit songs, yet before he goes into a recording, consults and gets coaching and training from a vocal coach. That blew me away. I was like, what? But he knows what he's up against. He knows what he's competing with, and he wants to be at his best trying to compete. Why? Because if he's successful and he gets significant airplay, guess what? He's going to get a big fat check every month from Sound Exchange. Yeah. So I just share that with you as an independent artist who may be on the outside looking in, thinking that these folks aren't putting in work and they're just getting airplay because of favoritism, because of their brand, and things come really easy to them. No, they're putting in the work. They're thinking strategically. They're making sure that they put themselves in the best position to win. And as an outsider looking in, you need to know that so you can be an insider looking out and doing the same things, because that's what it takes. That's what it takes. I would love to help you with these things. And I do consult. My number is 919-395-4905. 919-395-4905. I do need to update my website, but it's jerrysmith03.com. And there is a listing of all of the great things that I do. I consult radio, I consult artists, I help artists get their music played on the radio. I put on workshops and events. I help people book talent for their special event. And again, it's J Smith. I'm sorry, the name of my company is JAS Consulting and Entertainment, but my website is jerrysmith03.com. It looks like my time is just about up, but I do want to share with you to please donate for this great cause. We're sowing into young men and women in their mind and their being entrepreneurs and future leaders of our country and our world. So please make a donation.
Man, Jerry, that was phenomenal. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, your insight, and your experience. That's a road, man. You said 40 years. You look back like, yeah, it's been a little bit of time.
Yes, sir. It's been it's been a dream, man. I pinch myself and I'm like, really? I was just sharing with somebody that I was blessed to be a part of a team that did some events all around the world. And here I am sitting in a meeting with the Prime Minister of the Bahamas about an event that we were bringing to the Bahamas. My knucklehead self from High Ridge Gardens, Danbury, Connecticut, sitting at the table with the Prime Minister and his staff. Is that insane or what, bro?
That means if you put your mind to it, you have the expertise, the skill set, and the focus. And you were supposed to be in that room. No one else was supposed to be there. You were supposed to be there and that's the thing. I think we undervalue ourselves sometimes, and we look at the outer trappings, but there is no replacement for your mindset, your skill set, and those tool sets that you use. And I'm just listening to you. I put you on my news network. I was like, hey,
thank you,
come
bro.
up here and speak and bring people up and really give us the real deal of what's happening. You are very likable. And I'm glad that I know you, and I'm so glad you shared with our audience a lot of your experience. And I want to, as you look back, and I want you to say one more thing. We've got a couple of minutes here.
Okay.
If you talk to that child that was back where you grew up and let them know that they can be successful if they want to walk in the same shoes as you did.
Man, I would love to. Thank you for that invitation. When you get older and you look back over your life, you realize how blessed you are. And I look at people who came up with me, family members, friends who went the wrong direction. And I didn't really realize this until I got older, especially, with radio, because God, as I mentioned earlier, put in my heart when I was 12 years old. I did not know it at the time, but I was destined to do it. That was my purpose. And each and every one of us has a purpose in life. And whatever God chooses for us, it's already done. God is waiting for us. He's going to put people in our path that will help us, that will sow into us financially, spiritually. They'll share their wisdom and knowledge, but also they're going to be people on the other side that want to keep you from your purpose, your destiny, and whatever it is that God has for you. And they're going to throw all kinds of bad things. They're going to throw all these illusions, getting high, getting drunk, being promiscuous is cool. It's great. But those are the things that keep you from your purpose. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to humble yourself and go down that straight and narrow path. So people told me, no, I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be successful at that. And I didn't realize that radio was my purpose. What I'm doing now was a part of my purpose, to encourage young men and women and others that, through our God, all things are possible. I know we hear that, right? But it's real. And I'm a living testimony of it. A kid that came up from the projects, kid that came up with domestic violence in their home, substance abuse in their home, siblings in and out of jail, cousins in and out of jail. But a few of us who chose to go that straight and narrow, choose a different path, are very successful. In my household, there's 4 boys, 2 of us in and out of jail, substance abuse, 2 successful careers. So I'm not just telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know. So that young man and that young woman, I know that you might be faced with the same things that I was faced with: domestic violence, substance abuse, all kinds of things that make you go down that wrong path. But if you stay strong and true to what God put in your heart, whether it's a lawyer, a doctor, an astronaut, a scientist, a radio broadcaster, TV, whatever it is, it's already done. You just have to believe it, and you can achieve it. But you gotta be strong to stay away from all the distractions, all the things that are going to try to pull you down. That's why I'm here today, not so
Thank
much
you,
about
Jerry. We're running out of time.
Okay, but that's
This
what I
has
wanted
been
to
one.
share.
No,
I'm real
man,
passionate
that's from
about
the
that.
heart.
I'm
That's
passionate.
heart right there. It's heart, soul, and mind, man. And take that to heart. I know somebody really needed to hear that right now. So thank you for being on the Black Business Network. Genius is common, and we'll see you on the other side. So I want to encourage everyone to continue to watch the Black Business Network as we continue. This is going to be the entire week. This is Monday. We're going to go till tonight till 8 p.m. We're going to go all the way till Sunday night at 8 p.m. We're going to talk about Black business. We're going to talk about entrepreneurs. We're going to talk about all these things that are so important for us to be successful. We want to hand this to our next generation of people that can be truly, truly impactful. So thank you for joining me on the Black Business Network.